Um, so my understanding of that situation was that I brought David up. David had 9 questions that he wanted to ask. I asked him to pick 2 of the 9 so that we could keep other questions going. At that time, it had been over an hour. We had been speaking. And David respectfully delivered his 2 questions. I believe I answered his 2 questions, and I was under the understanding that like he was satisfied with those 2 questions, and then he even gave a summary statement of how he was going to be going and doing his pre or analysis of the red flags, and
No, no, no. That was David. We're talking about
yep.
Dave V from Rise Up. Two different people.
Dave
Yes,
V
and
rise
then
up.
it was Rise Up doing
Dave V.
his that I let up, but he never got a chance to speak. I
No, no,
fat
no.
fingered him
That was David. We're
before,
talking
like he
about
didn't
Dave
ask
V
a
from Rise
question
Up.
about
Two different people.
wallets.
Dave
I
V rise
literally
up.
let him up, and like I thought that I was needed to still let him up, and I pressed it again. But no, when I pressed it again, it kicked them down. And then I'm like looking for him. You can like, I think you can hear me like, oh shit, I got the wrong person, blah, blah, and I kept it moving. I, again, I was unfamiliar with who he is. I don't know his content. I am literally in a group with him right now and several other leaders in this in which I organized at 9 o'clock, and I am open to answering any of his questions. But my answer is that I wasn't dodging him at all, and I think that the reason why I wasn't dodging him is because I truly wasn't familiar with him, and I am open to answering any of his questions. But my answer is that I
I
wasn't
yield my
dodging
time.
him at all, and
Um,
I think
Dell,
that the reason
I got
why
a
I wasn't
question.
dodging him is because I truly wasn't familiar with him.
From somebody. They said you were defending Lilly. However, Etherscan transactions
I yield my
show while
time.
the YouTube live was going on, there were
Dell,
wallet
I got a
addresses
question.
airdropped. Of those addresses airdropped, they dumped immediately. Regardless of the YouTube live, why were these wallet addresses sent tokens, and why are you blame Tar?
Oh no, I myself did not blame the realist. I did not blame the leader of that project, who I say is the realist in the game. I
Oh no,
I already made my statement earlier where I said that they were on YouTube doing what they do every night, trying to preach safety. They were accessing public information. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and that shouldn't have allowed 300 people to position them in early if things were done correctly, in my opinion. And I excuse me, but I personally have no blame for the realist in the game or his project. That's me personally. And I saw that statement that was made earlier today, and I know why you're thinking that. And let me tell you, I wasn't a part of that statement at all.
Okay, can you answer the wallet question by any chance? Why were there?
Yes, yes, I will answer that question to the best of my ability
Do
right
you want
now.
me? Do you want me to repeat it?
Nope, nope, I got it. I
Okay.
remember it. Yep, yep, absolutely. So,
Okay. Can you answer the wallet question
the
by any
way I
chance?
understand it, because I was not there, and can I, before I
Do
answer
you
your
want me to
question,
repeat it?
can I like highlight why I wasn't there? I think that's important
Yes,
because,
please.
yep, because it's like I think that there's a reason to say, what the hell? This is your project, Del Crypto. What the hell are you? You're not there. What the fuck? That's not right. What's going on here? I logical, very logical. What the reason why I was not there is because it was not part of my job title. Is not part of my role. My role with Lilly, I was hired with Lilly to uh, to build their medical blockchain, and that was my role. I wasn't hired, for anything like promotional or anything like that. That's not what I do. I have no interest in doing those things, and that's not what I was doing for Lilly. And I did represent them, absolutely, and I'm not dodging any accountability. Like I was on the team, and my name's Luis Delgado, and there was literally a press release out. I accepted the position, of building their medical blockchain, of which I was in, which hadn't kick-started yet, right? And what I did not sign on to do though, and it wasn't my role, and there was already an established team of amazing people and professionals that were working with Lilly, and they're working with their what I to this day believe is this amazing technology that is got this potential to do amazing things, and unfortunately, it had a horrible start that I truly just can't be a part of, and the reason why I wasn't there was because that truly wasn't my role. And so I never signed on for that position with the company, and so I wasn't part of the
Del, can
process.
I ask you on that note, if it's not your specific role, you obviously do realize the public nature of your being, that
Yep,
you're
I
very
take
well
full
known.
accountability. I don't want to dodge any. Like I said, I was on the team, right?
But Del,
And
that you're taking retrospective accountability. I take you as a highly intelligent man. You know how to read the room. You know how to speak to people. I think you know that your responsibility was more than just your job title, but your responsibility was to all of the people that invested their hard-earned money and lost money after the nightmare that was going on. If you saw the live stream of that YouTube video, I was watching that YouTube video too. They had pinned the address that is a question at the top of their pinned tweets, and they had actually said that we're only pinning this here just so you guys can see what we are looking at. And multiple times they said, do not trust this, do not do this, we don't know what's going on there, we're just showing you what we can see. So they did everything in their power, for my opinion, to make sure that they were being transparent as can be. And Del, I respect what you're saying now, but yesterday, you're a grown man, very intelligent. You would know that that your presence in this environment would be needed at that vital time. Would you agree with that?
absolutely 100%. Oh, how I wish if I were involved in it. First off, if I were involved, I completely believe that everything would have went smoothly, and things would be moving forward. Who knows in what way? Because it was definitely tumultuous from the beginning here with the launch from a situational environment standpoint. But I absolutely agree. I If I had any inkling of anything that was going on yesterday while I was going on, it would have behooved me. I have the absolute responsibility. Like I'm always like trying to educate in this crypto space. And I always say I'm nothing special. I never claim to be the smartest anything, but I've been in this for a while, and I do really well at the things that I do. And I never asked for anyone to listen to me. Some people have confided in me, and
Hey Dell,
yep. No,
I'm
let me
gonna
get
be
to the point
honest.
where,
I don't want to hear that bullshit
yep,
of you
I hear
apologizing. I
you.
want to know
I hear you.
why wallets were airdropped and why did they instantly sell,
You
and
got it. Let
why
me
did
get to that
all the
answer
And I
and
have
right
a lot
now.
of questions,
and
Captain
and,
Let
Animal.
me
when
get to that answer right now.
listen
In my
Let him
listen
opinion.
ask. You guys ask a question. Let him answer that one, please.
yeah yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So there was the original Lilly address. They had distributed everything. They had deployed, and then we did the AMA the night before. And then on launch day, there were tons of fake addresses. There were worries of tons of bots setting up around that contract address. And my understanding is that they redeployed to get a new contract in an attempt to avoid all that. And so this is the reason why you see, I forget the exact time, but that they got the second Lily coin up there, and that they put to the wallet, and they did their deployment. So that's the answer to you for of the of why things went into the burn wallet. They deployed again a new coin in an attempt to keep their contract address secret, not knowing it was live on YouTube, and not taking the steps to protect trading not being active while they were doing their work.
Well, my question was, why did these wallets get airdropped and why did they sell on the chart immediately?
So
Where's Brad?
I'm not.
Where's Brad right now? Where's Lilly Finance? What's going on? I'm confused, bro. Because
He was
respectfully,
down.
Yup.
we using the
Yup.
floor to Dell, but it's like,
Yup.
bro, like,
Yo,
where's
Mr.
Brad?
Torres. No, that's a great
Yup.
question. We're trying to get Brad up here. We see Lily Finance is there, so we're trying to get him up there. But respectfully, Delgado doesn't have to be here, and he is here. So let's give him the respect of at least speaking and answering questions in a methodical way.
I just don't want to keep going around the question because I feel you still haven't answered why there were wallets
Okay, so
preloaded
you're
and
saying,
why did they sell.
you're saying that you see transactions of coins that were airdropped to a wallet and then sold. I haven't seen it, and I would love to see it.
Okay,
Because
I'll get Davey to send you that.
there,
David, can you
cool,
send
cool.
it? Can you send him that, or just put it on top?
What I have seen is 300 people getting in early when it was uploaded to the wrong version of Uniswap, and then trading was stopped, and then it was started again on the right version of Uniswap wrongly, and trading continued, and those people had taken a massive position and then dumped on everyone. So that's the reason why I tracked. There was this 89 ETH sell that had no buy, and it's because it was the buy was on the other version. And so, but I'm absolutely, I haven't seen what you're talking about, so I feel like I can't answer your question directly. But man, I would love to take a look because that's a different story altogether.
Can I go ahead now?
Yeah, let's move down the line. I don't want to. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he didn't answer shit. Okay,
Guys,
Mr. Dell.
could Faltron and Rise Up please make requests so we can bring them up? And anybody
Yeah,
that's
dude,
done speaking, can we bring them
they're
down, please?
it's weird. They're in here and they're showing me pictures of them requesting, but nobody else can see them. I think there's so many
It's
people in
in
the
the.
room. Twitter keeps
I'll tell you
glitching.
this, man. And can I just say one statement? Is that okay? I'll try to keep it short.
Yeah.
I don't think Brad is running from anything. I think that I got on a team with Brad because of the person he is, and I truly believe that. Um, I feel that he is going to stand up, and I think he's probably contrite. I know he never intended for this, and I would love to hear what he's going to do to make things right. And I don't think he's like. I'm sure he'd love to get up here. Sounds like something's going on with the blockchain.
Yes, it definitely sounds that way because I did see Lily in here earlier, but I cannot see Lily in here now, even when I search through everybody in the
I tried
room.
multiple times to send Lily Finance request to come up and speak, but it didn't happen.
I am
And you
certain
know what?
that Lily doesn't have anyone's stolen money, and if it's for any reason found out that they do, I'm certain they will rectify it.
Dell,
So
Dell,
you
do you
so you
Dell?
saying
One
where
second,
where's
one
all
second,
this
Chaka,
money
bro.
at?
Dell, do you think Brad will come on and talk? Lily, Brad,
I
whoever.
do. I think no. I think Brad will. I'm sure he's trying to right now. I would imagine.
Okay,
Yes.
so here's
I'm
what's
gonna
gonna happen.
ask you five
So,
questions. I'm gonna
Coke,
ask you
Coke,
five
Coke, Coke.
questions.
Hold on.
It's
I'll
for
just
Mr. Delgado, man.
Coke Zero. Hold on. So I'm gonna create a space right now. Just everybody come over to it, and then we'll redo the panel.
Yeah,
Yo,
because we're at
Malcolm, I think if we just get rid of a couple of speakers right now, we can get them up here.
Well,
That's the
here's the
simple
thing.
fact of.
I went through the
yeah,
requests. There's a
guys,
lot of people
listen.
who want this to be recorded. There's a lot of people who want this to be recorded just
That's
to,
fine. No, I can respect that. That's fine, Malcolm.
yeah.
That's
So
Malcolm,
let's
fair.
just get other people in.
Malcolm, you gonna open up or you want me to? What do you want to do?
Here's open one. Go and
All right,
co-host.
we're gonna go there because Dell. Sorry
That's some
about this, bro.
bullshit, yo.
We can't get
It's
It
Rise
is
Up
it's
up.
okay.
bullshit, Torres. Let's go.
Okay, Malcolm is gonna go ahead and work on that, and we'll all move over to the other room so that we can
If
record it so that
uh
others can listen as well.
if one of the hosts or something in here could pin his new room at the top.
Yes, certainly we can do that. Empress, you know how to do that. Could you do that for us, please?
Yes, let me look for it.
And Mr. Delgado, thank you for being in here. Please come over to that room. Hopefully they'll be
Yes, please.
respectful and we'll get some, real
and hopefully you guys can hear me. What's happening? Make sure you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can. This Lilly fiasco situation is starting to really unfold, and I don't, I'm trying to figure out all the details, but something is just not lining up. They're saying, well, where's the money? We don't think Lilly has the money. Somebody has the money. Somebody has the money. Where's that? Where's the community's money at? So that's what they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out exactly what happened. You guys know I'm a diehard Saitama fan, but this was on Saitama's mantle for a minute. Lilly Finance. They were partnering with Lilly Finance for this medical deal, and it was going to be the first of its kind, really. But of course, Saitama, they pulled the plug because of the fact that they found something interesting going on with Lilly. But how long? My question is, how long was that happening out there? How long was that going on? And respectfully, and I do respect the Saitama devs, what have you, but somebody's lying somewhere. I mean, someone is lying to sever a relationship, and I think Saitama did the good thing by severing a relationship right before they released the contract. That was, I mean, yeah, you missed that. And it didn't affect Saitama, but it did affect Saitama because their name is written all over it. When you have a partnership with somebody, and of course, this whole time you've been having a relationship with them, building this relationship, getting people in, what have you, and you're getting people ready for the launch, and then all of a sudden the relationship is severed, and now Lilly goes and does what they do. Somebody needs to be held accountable. And that's the reason why I said, is it in the ranks? I don't know. I'm an investor like everyone else, but I don't like what's happening here. And a lot of people's money is on the line. That's what's pissing me off. Forgive me for that, but this is a sad day, another sad day in crypto. And so I'm going to wait for them to get this thing going. We're going to start this space here. Give me a second. Let me see if this is it. We're going to get on. I think this is it. Hold on. All right, let me go ahead and record this. Let me share my screen here. I don't hear anything right now. Give me a second. People are talking, but I can't hear anything right now. Give me a second, guys.
He did say that he had a phone call to return before he joined us, so he'll be there in a little while. I'm just gonna post this new link in that room, and then I'll be right back.
I'll message the host of the other space and ask him to transfer everybody over
Yes.
Yo, and check this out. One thing that I thought was interesting is he said he said that there was pre-sale wallets from the other he said there were pre-sellers on the other contract, but when you looked at the old contract, there was just like the marketing wallet. There was like 5 wallets that were loaded, but then there was a bunch more that were dumping from that contract. So were they selling pre-sales from that contract and then airdropping them over to the new contract? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody was even aware that me and old guy David, the vet, we found that out yesterday. And also when they launched on Telegram, it had already 312 holders.
Yo, guys, if I may just say this statement, and again, I'll do my best to try to be non-emotional. But yo, we don't owe these people shit. So all this coddling and kissing up to them and cut that shit out. There's people in our community and people that we don't know about that have lost millions of dollars the past 24 hours.
Yeah,
So
no.
stop fucking holding
Yeah,
people's
no.
hands and coddling their balls.
Yeah,
Stop
no.
this shit.
I much respect to the host of the last space. He's a good guy, but now I'm hosting, so we're gonna get down to this shit.
But also let's not let's scare them away either.
Yeah. No degree of small charm. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We
I know how to conduct myself. You know
Yeah,
that.
you
But
messing with
in
people's
this
money, that's a
situation, all
problem.
that coddling and thank you for coming up. You're a busy man. We appreciate your time. Fuck that.
Well, I'm gonna handle this correct, hard, and in a polite way.
I just have 5 questions. That's it. 5 questions only.
How fat are your fingers?
That's stupid to say, dude. The fuck
People
is
are
that?
highly
Hey, they're
At the end
shutting
of
the
the
other
day,
room
people are
down, so
highly
they should be there in
upset,
a couple
and they
minutes.
have every right to
at the
be.
end of the day, there have been millions of dollars that have been lost in the past 24 hours, and unfortunately, a lot of it was from the Saitama community, which inadvertently hurt us. It doesn't matter even if he was a Wolfpack or not. People lost money, and not one thing that I heard in the past 20 minutes has made me a believer of anything that is non-malicious and non-malicious intent. Nothing, especially me. When I was shilling the shit out of Lilly the past couple of weeks. I was so excited. I was looking forward to this. Nobody more than me. So outside of everybody else, I didn't invest in that shit. But guys, the previous 48 hours as a collective, we all were fucking giving you red flags and speaking about that. And even Moonshot was doing it live. So at that point, why didn't you take it upon yourself to just stop with later launch to make sure everything was cool? Y'all knew what it was. Y'all knew it was fuckery. You knew it was bullshit, and y'all persisted and continued with the bullshit contract. I don't want to hear nothing, man. I know what time it is.
I'm gonna apologize for the 22 people requesting right now, dude. I'm not trying to fill up the panel to where the previous space nobody could see rise up. I don't want that to happen with anybody else. So
Exactly.
Dell is on a phone call, he just said, and he'll be here in a couple minutes. We'll see.
He's
But
talking to his lawyer.
for now, I'm
Hey,
not.
Anime, do you feel that he answered your question? Because when you left
No,
the
not at
No,
space,
all.
when you
Not at
left the
all.
space, I
no.
attacked him for it.
He did
Not
not
at all.
answer mine either.
He didn't answer my question at all.
Perfect. Because when you guys left the space to create this one, I literally requested, came up, and I'm like, bro, you dodged Anime's question, and I'm re-asking it one more time. So please, your question is one of the most important. Please make sure you get an answer.
We want it recorded, so we're in a recorded room now. Hopefully he shows up.
Please, Anime, I love that you just waited for him to stop and you attacked him again. Just ask him the same question 50 times until you get an answer, because it's really starting to get to me how he can't address a single thing head on. A single thing. And you guys know me, I'm sorry, guys. You guys know I don't get heated up, but when I have my friends and family looking into Lilly and they're losing, just like Torres said a second ago, when people are losing money, this shit's real. So just ask him the same thing 50 times, man, until you get an answer. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mosi.
Guys, and just let it be known as well until we wait. This gentleman, right, Mr. Delgado, as we know is Del Crypto, he was brought on to the team due to his quote unquote blockchain experience, correct? Those are his words, right? So that being said, if you have blockchain experience, and mind you, I'm still a newbie in this game, you know what I'm saying? I'm still learning how to read the scan and contracts and whatnot. But if I myself, who's a novice, was able to see this shit from 7 miles away, and I'm nowhere near to the capability of what supposedly he is as a blockchain specialist, Why didn't anybody from that team intervene? Where is the Telegram chat? Where are the fucking pre-sale wallets? What's going on over there? Where is the CEO and CMO and CTO of that company? What is going on here?
That's
This
Jonathan
is a fucking
Torres
sham.
talking. Really
This
good
is a sham.
guy. Very knowledgeable in this space. You got Shaka, Paltron,
Guys, it's
Cryptoholic.
really hard to go through 200 DMs right
Some
now.
really
So
awesome
if I don't
people in
get
this
back to
space
you,
trying
I
to figure out
apologize.
what the heck is going on.
Hey, can I talk?
And as you know, in the heat
Go
of the
ahead, Dave.
moment, people go
Just
crazy,
okay, Hey, so there's
especially
a
when it's
wallet,
dealing
and
with
it
money.
ends in Charlie 0 Charlie Bravo, right? So that's a wallet that when the trading was enabled at 24 minutes prior to the actual launch, this individual got tokens 7 minutes prior to that. Okay, that individual still has 3.3 trillion tokens in their wallet, right? And they have zero purchases and they've got a shitload of sales. But they got their tokens 7 minutes prior to trading being enabled. How do you get that? You get them from the devs. They have to give them to you. My other problem, I brought it up, and he did not answer this question. The correct on Etherscan, the correct amount for the burn wallet is loaded in wallet number 1. It's like 46.8 quads, right? 39% of the supply. I went into the contract and I looked at it. That address that everybody right now thinks is the burn wallet that's not receiving reflections, all right, is listed in the contract as the owner's address. Dell did not answer that question in the last room when I asked it to him. He just completely bypassed it. Why is the owner's address holding the exact number of tokens that's supposed to be in the burn wallet? And I've still got to go through. I don't even know if the dead wallet's in the top 1,000 holders or not yet. But I still haven't found that actual wallet. But it is listed in the contract as dead. But I don't see anything going to it. And then that wallet also, number 1, is excluded from any rewards, but it's also excluded from any fees. So that is straight up a dev wallet, which means between that wallet,
This is
the total
David.
of 30%
Well, he goes by
between the
David
reserve and the
on
marketing wallets, which
Twitter.
is 69%
He's the one that's
total of
speaking
the
right now. He
initial
has some good
of the
information to be
total
sharing in the
supply.
community. So
That's what
I
the
like his
devs
style.
personally control right now.
He's
and
absolutely
also
right.
The marketing and that wallet, the marketing wallet, and the foundation wallet have all been purchased. Each of them have purchased Solid Block since launch out of the ETH they have earned off of reflections. So they're already spending money.
I also have to contribute one thing. As anybody watching DEX tools on the chart, I just watched the liquidity sitting at like 400,000, and then it just dropped to 330,000. So 70K was just pulled in liquidity.
Oh, must be nice.
I don't think the liquidity's locked either, from my understanding. Can you confirm that, Rise Up?
I'm
And
not
liquidity
sure
is the money that keeps the contract afloat.
Well, I don't think it could
People
be
to buy
if
and
they're
sell.
pulling out liquidity as
When you
I'm talking.
drain the liquidity, you can't you
Well,
cannot
it just
buy or
did. It just
sell
dropped. I just
in
wanted
a
you to do it.
contract.
The chart was 42 million some change.
The under deployer doesn't say remove liquidity.
No, they put 30% of the supply into liquidity on Uniswap V3, but I can't find anywhere where it's locked if they're pulling it.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, just to let you know, Dell had to take a phone call, so he'll be back after the phone call. And also, I was able to
Allegedly.
may I continue? Thank you so much. Also, Brad, I was able to get in touch with him, and I sent him a link for the room, and he's gonna try to get in here as well.
All right, guys.
I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you, Empress. Whoever's requesting, I apologize. I'm gonna hit the X on you guys. I don't want too many people requesting because I don't want to hear no bullshit excuse that they're requesting and I don't see it. So don't take it personal, please.
A lot of shady stuff going on out there in crypto. You still want to be in it? You still want to be here?
How long have we needed to wait for this Brad Licky guy comes in?
And lastly, nobody better come up here trying to align this company with Saitama and say that we're this and we're that. I don't want to hear that because I will boot you immediately. I'm not gonna lie.
Torres, that's why I pin on top the fucking Marciano guy from Latin America speaking. 390K people on YouTube. I sent it to Coffin the Dip so he can send it to Sock Conference. He's even talking about him, talking about that, saying that Saitama was the one that created all this shit. Imagine that.
Yeah,
That's the
I
biggest
don't believe
bullshit there is.
Saitama
Yeah,
created
now
it
let's make it clear.
at all. I don't believe they created
Lilly
it.
Finance broke the deal. They made a new
But when you
contract,
have
new tokenomics. There's a new LLC. There's no
when
Saitama on the LLC.
when you
There's
have
no ties to
when
Saitama
you have two
whatsoever.
companies coming together, both are going to take the blame. Period. Regardless what contract was
Anime, check your DMs.
what contract was severed or whatever, and at the
what I
last
would love
moment.
to know
So
is where these guys were
that's just the
on
nature of the
social
beast.
media
When you shake hands
when
with
two
somebody
fucking
who
contracts
that
were
person is
inside his
doing dirt,
Telegram
that's what's going to
and
happen.
nobody helps.
So
And then why they didn't
people
open
will
the
blame
space
Saitama.
for the video chat Telegram?
Or if you look,
And
I
it
have two
is too
questions.
if
close
you look at
to
my
not
pinned
really
tweet, what's
think and
going on
say
with
what's
this
really going on.
$52,000
Those are
NFT
my
that
sentiments.
purchased a Lilly Finance
Those are
NFT,
my thoughts.
and it's not on OpenSea.
What?
They're laundering money.
Not
Crypto
on
is dirty.
OpenSea.
One word. Dev
One moment,
negligence.
one
One
moment
word.
they're the
49 minutes ago, $100,000 was pulled out of the market.
one moment they're the
And
best,
I'm looking
Yeah.
at it right
and the
now.
next moment they're not.
not coming over here. He's not.
take the money and run, Dell. Run, Dell, run.
Wow.
Well, if you folks go check on the website, Lilly, do you know what the news dev said while they updated it on the 11th February 2022? Lilly token blockchain-based medical platform to revolutionize healthcare. Lilly Finance, and Saitama launch first ever youth inspired. Why didn't they adapt that?
You know how people, when they get a new position in the company, there's usually a press release welcoming them. Where was the press release showing that Del Crypto resigned? Where's that press release? Because typically they make a big deal when you're on the team, but I guess they don't have that same energy when you're off the team, huh? Must be nice.
Well, there is a picture, I think it was tweeted this morning, my time, where it states that Mr. Del Crypto is one
Hey,
of the
Crypto Fresh X.
directors
Yeah,
of the Lilly company.
there was a few Lilly
One
contracts.
word. Dev negligence.
There was a
One word.
few different
I
Lilly
posted
contracts
it, so if
that was
anybody has any
launched.
issues with the LLC, it's at the top. Lilly Financial LLC, company number, status, February 1st, incorporation date, broke tie, meaning they broke ties with Saitama.
Coco, you're right. Innocent people
Jurisdiction is in
got sucked
Florida.
in.
Agent name is Brad Beatty. The directors and officers: Brad M. Beatty, Jason M. Winslow, and Louis Delgado.
Wow. I mean, I'm definitely glad that's.
So in the interim,
I'm definitely glad that Saitama
while we entertain this
broke
Barnum and Bailey
ties with
circus,
these people.
we should just talk until they
It's
come, because I don't
it's
think they're
still
coming.
not a
But
good
like
look.
Shaka said, but in the interim, we should all
Yeah,
express
Shaka's
ourselves.
right. Yeah,
Okay,
Shaka
guys.
Torres is right. They're not coming.
Just an additional note. Somebody sent me a message. I'm just gonna read it out. It relates to the liquidity drop. It says that the liquidity drop is related to a drop in price. It went down 60% since Del Crypto started talking about him leaving the project.
That's fucking horrible.
Well, my guess is instead of Mr. Crypto is making a phone call, he's pulling out his tokens.
Wow.
Also, I would also like him to
Again, this
let
is
us
all
know how much
this is
he got
all
paid to get
entertainment
the tokens or not, and
purposes.
if he can prove it.
This is
I want to see
none
the
of this is
wallet.
financial advice. This is not the beginning all, the
Yes,
end
I also
all.
want to see his
It's
wallet.
information I'm
And if he
passing
gives me
along.
one wallet, we will find the rest.
And
He only needs to
I
handle
didn't
the coin.
invest in Lilly.
What's up, Bollocks?
Hey man, I'm waiting for him to get in. I just raised my hand so I can ask my question when they get in, and then I can get out. I gotta spend my time with my daughter today.
Okay, let me check with Brad and see if he can give me a timeline. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Empress. Hey, boys,
Thank you,
I have a
Empress.
question. because this guy was bragging a lot about you. We're doing a space with him. Why he wants you? May I ask? Because I don't want to do any shit, dude. Because I like you a lot. Why is he looking for you?
You asking Cryptobolics?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
Cryptobolics.
In my opinion, I believe that because Cryptobolics is an educator and he's a little more passive and reserved in his approach, which is cool. That's his style. This is cool, and everybody's different. But he know damn well he don't want right now the top 8 people on here. He don't, bro. You
He
already know
don't
what
want
it is.
us there. That's
You
why
know
he
he knows
didn't
what's
want
going down,
us
bro.
there.
So if you know, you know us, you know what we about. And it's not a matter of being aggressive or offensive. It's just that we ask the tough questions, and I'm not here to coddle, and I'm not here to be nice, and we don't owe nobody shit. On the contrary, millions of dollars have been siphoned from Saitama, and millions of people, many people have lost millions of dollars. This is not about us. It's not about Del Crypto. It's not about Brad Beatty. It's not about Lilly. It's about the investors that lost money.
It's
That's what
about
I think.
Saitama Wolfpack as well, man, because a lot
No,
of
it
people
is,
lost
but
a lot.
many people lost money, yeah, because he tried to do that quick flip. But the Saitama Wolfpack and people in our community were the ones that were educating people like Rise Up, even though their own project, people like Old Man Dave,
Dave.
Cryptobolics, even Tarp. All these people took it upon themselves to educate everybody
Well, by
in
the
advance,
time,
at least
yeah,
24 hours in
by
advance,
the time
and say,
people were
guys,
educated
please be
about
hesitant.
Lilly, it was too
And people
late. At
still
the end of
move
the day, it
forward
was
at their
too late.
discretion. They didn't utilize good discretion.
And
That's what
that's why
happened.
it's really hard to kind of,
And you
decipher
guys know I'm not one to FUD.
what is going to
And I
happen
actually
in a
made a tweet
cryptocurrency
about it. I never
project.
talk about anything. You guys know me.
If
I never
unless you're an
even, I
insider,
don't even
you
bring up
don't know.
names of anybody
At
for
the end of
that
the day,
matter.
you do not
And I
know.
even
You
made a
can
tweet about it.
speculate.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
how much it affected me. Like I was like, I actually have to say something. It's
A
not my
lot of
duty to
people lost
FUD, but
money,
this is different. It's not FUD. There's something
and
wrong,
this
and
was a
so everybody be
legitimate
careful.
project, that people believed in.
Well, Cryptobolics, please give me a follow because I think we can help the community a lot.
I just followed you back.
What about me? Am I chopped liver?
At the end of the day, I don't sit on a panel.
Y'all just got follows.
I don't sit on the panel. I don't make those decisions. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I'm not making business deals.
This is absurd.
We
This is
None
absurd.
of
We're
us
over here
do, except for
waiting,
the
twiddling our
developers
thumbs, and they're
and
over
their
there
team.
pulling
So
money out of liquidity, swapping
we
wallets,
while we
calling
may
me
act like we
lawyers,
know
and
everything that's
overlooking the
going on,
NDAs.
we
This is some
don't.
bullshit. I'm gonna call it out. Yo, no,
Him and Brad
The only
practicing
thing that
right
we
now.
can see
Yo,
is
and
once a little bit gets
Shut up.
millionaire,
released, and then we're on
millionaires in
top
here,
of it.
bro.
But
Stop
before that,
tagging me in your
we don't know
shit.
what
Go
the
pick
heck is
another
going on
space with your
behind
minions,
closed
bro.
doors. Only thing we know is we're putting our
I
money
do have a
in,
question. It's a serious question. At
and
this
we're listening
point,
to what people are
I know
saying.
we have Rise Up in here. So, could somebody take a look to see if they are trying to pull liquidity from the project so that we could potentially, I told people not to do it. People didn't listen to me. I have some people that I got into crypto, my cousin really close to me, my neighbor and stuff like that, and they went about themselves and still bought Lilly.
I
They
mean,
missed
just
the boat.
imagine
They're not
bringing
on
somebody
Twitter,
in and this happens.
and they're asking
They
me
are
these
not going to
questions
want to
now. I
invest
don't
in
have the
crypto
answers.
again.
So, does anybody actually have not speculation, legitimate facts that they're either pulling liquidity or they're rugging the project or the project's going to dissipate, and my family member and my cousin and my neighbor are going to lose their
Wow.
money? Because if so, I've got to now pay
Wow.
them because,
Wow.
well, they don't.
Wow.
I'm established.
Wow.
They're not. They're little
Wow.
people.
Right. So they did put 30 quad of liquidity into Uniswap V3. That Uniswap V3 right now is down to 60 trillion. So that could account for sales or liquidity pool. So I'm still looking.
my man Texas from Chicago just posted up on top, whatever I posted, he sent in the group. They had a press release looking at they're gonna make another version 2 or 3. Shit.
Yeah, no, I'll review that one too.
I'm gonna just say this, and this is to Lilly Finance. It's funny how they see that there are things going on in these spaces, and they can have public press releases on their website and on their Twitter page, but they can't come into the room in which we're trying to ask
He's right.
questions. Stop posting on your Twitter page
Get it.
and bring
Get
your
in the
ass
room and
in the
talk
room.
about it. People want to
Questions are
know what's
need to
happening.
be asked, and answers are need to
He's
be
right.
given. Like, if y'all
Twitter's
can
really
reach out
good.
to the Twitter people, whoever that's hosting that particular page, tell Brad and his team bring their ass in here, because I've been just like how someone just said a moment ago. I have family members ask me questions, and I told they ass don't get into the project, but they did, and they're trying to find answers. They were on Telegram. All the moderators disappeared. They're trying to inbox certain individuals as part of that project. Nobody's answering messages. So, Brad,
Yeah, I'm getting.
everybody on Twitter, reach out to Brad. Bring your ass in here now, my friend, because you have questions. You have a lot of questions and answers to be said in here. Don't be on Lilly Finance Twitter page posting stuff. Bring your ass in here. This is where the people are at. We're not going to your Twitter profile to talk to you. Come here.
Do any of my co-hosts see Scott Herman requesting? Because I can't. Twitter's really being stupid today, man.
Yeah, I don't see his request.
I don't see him either, and he,
It
he is one of the people involved in this, so
doesn't
might as
even.
well.
It
2,000
doesn't even
people in
show
the
him in the
space
room to me.
Yeah, I searched him. I see him,
waiting
yo.
for some
It's
answers.
crazy. I don't know if spaces you hit a limit and you just stop seeing
2,300
people.
people in the space waiting for
That's
answers.
bullshit. No.
Yeah, I just if it sounds like I'm a little bit more angry than usual, it's because you know what, I'm disappointed as well. Besides being angry, besides the people that lost money, I legitimately like this project. I legitimately believed fucking Brad. I believe these people,
I
bro.
fucking believed that Brad was gonna help all those kids, dude, and that's
I
what
believe
Well,
that. I
that's what it's
truly
Why
craving the
else wouldn't
fuck
people
out, bro.
believe
well,
it?
this what could
They
still
were
happen.
partnered with Saitama. Why
If
wouldn't
the
we believe?
community really cares about
Saitama's a
that
great
particular
project. Why
project and they
wouldn't
really
people
want to see
believe that
that
this
thing
is also going
thrive,
to be an
the
awesome
people that's
project?
involved in it, they got to get their ass out of it. Brad, whoever you can, you have to renounce
People
that shit
believed
to
it.
someone else.
I believed it,
And
but I
we,
never bought
us as
any.
a
I just
community,
didn't
can
want
put
any.
people over there
It was
so we can
overly
see that
hyped.
project thrive if that's what we all want to see.
And I was
Being
going to
in the
wait
time where there's
six
people handling these projects wrongly,
6 weeks after
we holding you
the
accountable, but
launch.
step your ass down. The people don't want to see you up there and don't want you attached to that project. We can put someone else in position. Just hand up over the contract and just let it be. If you really want that project to thrive.
I love these guys in
Now,
the
if you
spaces. They're
in
so
it for
real.
some
Like
other malicious
they say
intent
what's on their
and you
mind.
don't want to give up the rights or whatever
They
the
say
case,
what's on their
that's
mind, which is
your
important in this
thing.
space,
But if you really want that project to
especially in
thrive and
crypto.
you're not handling it properly, give the rights up to someone else and let us as a community put someone up there to see that project thrive and be what it is that you put out on your page to be.
That's Texas from
Everybody in here
Chicago.
seeing
Pretty
what
cool dude.
Lilly is doing, what it sounds phenomenal, but the people that's
If
behind the
you're
scenes
on
is
Twitter, go
running
ahead and
lit
give him a
like a
follow.
shit show. So
He
those people have to
speaks
be
the real.
removed. Seriously.
And I have another thing to say.
Dale's about to
Whoever,
pull up. Dale's about to pull up right now. Just give him the
okay,
link in the chat. About to pull up in like 2 seconds. So make sure.
Yeah, yo, Coke Zero, Crypto Sign, you got something to say real quick? I want to make sure there's not too many speakers up
No, go,
here.
yeah,
bro. I tell you what,
I have
pull me
5
down and then
questions.
bring
That's
me
it.
back
You
up
pull me.
later. When others have spoken, bring me back up later if you can. I'll go down now. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for bringing me.
I'm gonna bring
I
you
just
guys
need
back
5
up.
questions for this guy. That's
All
it.
right,
And
it's
you
cool,
pull me
man.
down.
All right, I'll see you in a
All
bit.
right, Mosey, do you got any questions? Texas, you got any questions for him?
No, you can put me down, brother. Put
I'm
me
trying
down.
to make sure he gets up here.
Nah,
I'll just give y'all my questions if I have any, and I'll just send it to
we
y'all.
can bring
Y'all
you
can.
back up, Texas. Now you the OG, bro. You speak for yourself. You want to come back up?
For sure.
Request,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I haven't received a responses yet from Brad, but I'll switch to listening in the meantime.
No doubt. If you need something to say, Empress, you could just request back up. We'll bring you right back up, okay?
Awesome.
The only thing that I need to say to you, Torres, that a lot of YouTubers are Shaka and Coffee the Dip is a friend as well. There's a lot of YouTubers having fucking 100,000 people or 400,000 people posting that this is Saitama. If you can go ahead and ask them what the fuck's going on, that's from United States. This guy, 40,000 people. His name is Awesome Austin.
Oh man, he's just another fat boy futter. Man, he's nobody. He's trying to be
Fucking fat piece of shit.
he's trying to build himself up like the Fudneys and Sandstone. He's just a fat boy futter. Get him out of here. Throw him in the bathroom.
He's stupid.
He's a little salty about that 1,100 Ethereum dump last night from one of the pre-sale wallets
Rise
at
up.
Shinja.
Rise up, check your DM, bro, and look at that really quick.
That was my friend Paltron or
check your
Associate.
DM. I think I got somebody's wallet. Check it, Faltron.
He's a pretty cool dude too. Very transparent in the space.
I want you to look at that because I don't want to say anything if it's not fact.
Paltron.
You know who would know the
These are
answer to that?
these are people that
Is
you meet along
Tony
in Twitter, but
from Shaman.
yeah, I
Oh,
actually
that's a
met him in
fact. All
Vegas.
right, yo,
Pretty
Del
cool
City's
dude.
in here. Does anybody see him?
They need to get this going. Let come on
No,
now.
if he will be here, he should just request
Whoever
a
needs to
mic.
come in needs to come
Oh my
in.
god, man.
People want to know. They need to know what's up.
I'm gonna be pissed if I gotta restart the room and we get. Oh my god, yeah. It seems like when we create a room and whoever is like the last person in the room, you can't see them.
She does on purpose as well.
All
Come
right,
on.
so, I'm restarting in 2 seconds, yo. Please, most of everybody, please just relax and don't join right away. I want to make sure Dell's up here. If everybody wants the same thing, take like
So
1 minute to get in. I'm gonna get Dell in
I
first.
just need the speaker for 2 minutes and I'm out.
they're gonna restart the room. Okay, so it looks like they're getting ready to restart the room. I'll wait for a little bit, but this guy, this is a fiasco. At the end of the day, there was intention behind Lilly Finance, whatever. I can only present what I see and what I've heard. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know every single thing that happened. Let me load up, make sure they're loading up the space. I don't know every single thing. We don't know every single thing that happened. All we know is what we see now, and we don't know everyone that's involved. We can speculate, but we don't know every single person that's involved behind closed doors. That's you know. So those are some of my personal concerns. The people need answers. The people need answers. Trying to find this space here. As an investor, you have to hold these people as much as you can accountable. Come on now. Y'all have important things to do, and so do I. I think this is it. We're gonna go back in here. Hold on. We're gonna join this space again.
I'm just waiting for a few more people to get up here.
All right, looks like we're back in, guys and gals. So yeah, when you gonna take some of this when you partner with someone and that other partnership does that other person does some dirt, guess what? Your name is on it too.
Okay, so are we waiting for more
Unfortunately, your
people
name
to
is on
join?
it.
Because just we have.
I'm waiting to see if
And I hate
Shaka
the
comes
fact that
back.
Saitama partnered with
I don't
these
see him.
individuals
It's only Shaka
and then they
and
did some
Texas
shady
is here as
stuff.
well.
Can we send Scott Herman
They
in
didn't
there
know
to
they was
play?
going to do this 3 months
Yeah,
down the
if
road.
Scott's in here, yeah, for sure.
Come on.
I don't see him yet either.
I just brought him up.
All right, we got I see him
Shaka's
now.
here. Shaka's here.
Okay, we got Shaka. We got. You brought Scott Herman up?
Yup, you should be coming up right now.
I just think that Saitama and Lilly needs to they need to do an AMA to talk about this. What happened?
All right, I'm gonna bring up
Because
Crypto Sign, and I think we're
apparently
gonna
it was a
cap
great
it at
partnership
there.
going into the medical
We're gonna
field
leave
and
one
using
spot
crypto to
open
do that.
for,
I mean,
if we need it.
it's unheard of.
But all right,
But somebody
who
decided
wants
to play
go
dirty.
first? We want to let a couple
I
people.
want to go first. So I'll go down.
Okay, Coco.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
I
let them
have 5
talk. Let you guys
questions.
listen.
Mr. Del Crypto, good afternoon to you.
¿Qué pasó?
¿Cómo estás? Mira, una consulta rápida. I was talking Spanish and English, whatever. Why you guys were not helping? I'll have 5 questions. I shoot the 5 questions. You tell me, and I'm out. Why you guys were not helping in any social media when you launched, not on Twitter or Telegram? Cause you had 2 contracts that were scam already in your Telegram. Please answer me that. Then, second, why you didn't open a space or a video chat in Telegram? Third, why you guys?
Let him answer one at
One
a
in a
time.
second, Coco.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the first Coke Zero, and there was like why wasn't I on Twitter and why wasn't I helping? The
No.
reason
I didn't say you, sir. I said all of your team because you were part of the team. That's what you were tweeted out.
Ah, I understand. Got you. Yeah, no. So the reason why they weren't launching is because when they broke off from Cyta Mask, they had they now have a smaller crypto team, and I think they were just like all hands on deck and freaking out. To be perfectly honest with you, Coke Zero, I wasn't there, so I don't know why they weren't like helping out more on social media and on Twitter. And I do know that there were a bunch of fake contracts rolling through in their Telegram. And that's like evildoers doing it. They didn't put up any fake contracts, to my knowledge. If anyone sees that, like they did, please let me know. But yeah, I think that answers that question. That,
Okay,
or at
so
least answers that I can't answer it, to be more specific, because I wasn't there. So you're asking me, why weren't they doing this? And man, I
no,
wasn't
man, I'm
there,
not
and I
asking you
wonder
why
too.
they were not doing it. I'm asking you. That's it. Then the second one is, um, why you launch out of Saitama? Why one hit one up? You said to Rush one day before. Why?
So the reason why Lilly decided to launch in such a expedited fashion was because they were looking to satisfy and and do what they needed to do for their partners. They had some big stuff lined up, and I don't know if they lost, and I don't know what the case is, but they had the
Joe,
largest health.
Joe,
Yep, go
real
ahead.
quick, could you make it
Yep.
clear to everybody that Saitama has no ties to Lilly after they broke that deal?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So not only that, like in an official fashion, Saitama had no like ownership or anything involvement in anything from the moment Russ, to my knowledge, and I cannot speak for Mr. Armand and what he does on his own, but I do know that whatever he does is always of the utmost integrity. And I do know that I've been told that he took his name off the Lilly LLC, which we all see was on there before, and he took his name off. And so from that point, right, Saitama is removed from like being a part of it themselves. So no connection there. And
Thank
then
you.
there was some type of and again, I wasn't involved in this deeply. I really wasn't like let be a part of any of this type of stuff. But I think there was some type of agreement between them two in relation to Cyta Mask. I don't know all the details, but that agreement was terminated, and Saitama and the Wolf Pack and Russell and all the core six devs now are in no way culpable for anything.
Okay, third question. Two more questions on that. Three more questions on that map.
Okay, come on, Coco. Let's move through them a little
No, dude,
bit.
they're simple things. They're simple things. Okay. First of
Well,
all,
can they be answered simply as well?
yeah, they can be answered simply. I pin on top a guy named Marciano Phone. He knows him. You being mentioned in that. You are Hispanic
He's
community.
a
You know
Latino
it.
legend.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about you and Saitama, saying that all this was the second rug pull of Saitama. How are you gonna address that?
Well, I can't address what another person, like another grown man, if you're asking me to address what another grown
He's
man
talking
does.
about you, bro.
Well, I know, but like, you want me to address him talking about me? I'll say that what he's saying, like, what is it that he's saying? I don't know what he's saying, and you want me to address
Well,
it?
you have the YouTube video on top. Check it out, and then you address it.
Okay,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Okay, so we got to make him watch the YouTube video now.
yeah, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
come on. All right, Coke.
Come on, let's
Come on,
move
Coke.
through
Let's
this.
move on. Cryptobolics is with his daughter right now and taking time. Let's let him speak. And then I'm trying to get to David and Rise Up. Let's really get down to the nitty gritty, not the
Seriously.
fucking bullshit. Let's get down to what's important.
Okay, bollocks.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Del Crypto, I have a few questions. They will be brief. First question is a yes or no question. Have you now separated yourself and resigned from Lilly?
Yes.
How much business experience do you have in owning your own business or in a corporate setting? Just
I
years, just a number.
Many.
It,
I can't tell the exact number, but uh, at least 8. I'd have to think through my mind to get the exact number.
Okay, no problem. That's more than enough. With that being said, you have built a large revenue stream with your following, from consulting with projects, being paid to for your services and whatnot, which is fine.
I indeed have not.
That is not true. I know
Oh,
100%.
Dell.
Oh,
No,
Don't
okay.
no,
start
no,
lying,
no, no.
buddy.
Stop.
Yo, let Cryptobolics talk.
So 100%, I know for a fact you do charge, because I have information on that. That's not a problem. So
No.
regardless,
Yes, but so I just wanted to be clear of what you said. Like I'm not denying anything, but like what you said, I didn't want to say yes to because I didn't like it was worded in a way I don't agree with.
no, it was worded properly. But
Okay, but
regardless,
okay.
no, I get it. I get it. You're a businessman. You got to conduct your business accordingly. But
Yep,
enough of that.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
my last question, and I don't mean to sound like I'm trying to be a dick, but
No,
you
man, you can
resigned.
sound however you want. Like I'm here, so that like I got thick skin, dude. Don't hold back. Like you don't need
Like,
to.
yeah, I'm not an
I'll take
emotional
it.
guy. I'm just trying to get it done quick. Last question is, you've been in business for 8 years. You decided to terminate and resign the day after, within 24 hours of the launch happening. What was the reason why you decided to resign? And the actual reason, because there must have been something you saw so drastic that you needed to leave your position and recuse yourself from duty.
What I saw that I cannot be a part of, that made me resign, I have stated already, and it was dev negligence. Just to answer your question quickly and straight out, because I've already discussed it.
Okay,
One
I
word.
apologize. I must have missed that. I appreciate your time. Thank you. I'm done.
All right, let's go to Crypto Sign, and then we're gonna get into Dave Rise Up.
Thank you very much, Del. Pumping Lilly Finance, knowing that you didn't properly investigate it yourself. So, based on your say so, people have lost, they've been completely ruined. So, do you morally feel any obligation to them? And if so, what are you going to do financially to help them?
So a loaded question there, right? And a very a strategic and political move, and delivering a question,
There we
right?
go.
So like asking me to agree to a moral stance, but then connecting it to like this, this other narrative. So to answer your question directly, no. But if I can add on my point, I do feel morally responsible. I absolutely do feel accountability because I was part of the Lilly team. What I don't agree with is that you said that like I didn't do something or I didn't look into it, and so I DYO'd our Lilly as much as anyone. I was on the AMA and asked openly about the red flags that everyone mentioned, and I responded to them, right? I myself took no one's money, but I was on part of a team that resulted in a team and people losing money and getting dumped on
Mm.
as a result of dev negligence. And the simple answer to your question is absolutely, I feel responsible. And what am I going to do about it? Um, I, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have anyone's money. I didn't take it, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to do about it right now. And I will love to come up with something.
How much did you personally gain financially from this launch and your friends and family?
The judge and jury.
For me,
Wow.
$0. And for my friends and family, how much they gained, I don't know, but I never gave anyone any contract addresses early. As a matter of fact, the contract address that was put out and actually that it's trading under right now as we speak was one that I was at ringside when it was put out.
So did you lose money, Dell, or did you break even, or did you
A
stay away from the
lot of
dumpster fire?
shady
Did you know
stuff in
better?
crypto.
I did not
Shady.
buy Lilly. I was not available to trade. When it went live, I was ringside.
You were not bullish on Lilly.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm not saying that. And I'll say this, man, just to be clear, like I believed in that company. I believed in that technology and what they were going to do, and I was hella bullish on it.
So I'm getting a lot of people are asking, can they see your wallet?
Wow.
Which one? I have so many. I got
The
tons
one
of
associated with
wallets,
Lilly.
guys. So
I
many
just need
wallets.
one. I just need one.
That's crypto alert.
He says he
So
just needs
rise up,
one.
rise up.
I mean, look, Dell, here's the deal. I mean, I don't mean to be a jerk, but I do know people that are paid. I don't want to put you in this spot or like call you out, but like, just, you're saying something that like people, people got burned, and if you can clear your name, it would be
Oh
good to
yeah,
do it.
brother.
And
Yeah,
and
no,
if
absolutely,
and also
absolutely.
if you did sell, it would just be better to just come out and say
No,
it.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yep. So, Faltron, absolutely. Yes to everything. I consult for several projects. Those projects, it's obvious I do. And I did not buy Lilly. I did not sell Lilly. I
So if
was
you didn't buy it,
at
you didn't
ringside.
sell it.
And if there's any reason to not believe
You couldn't
me,
sell it if you didn't buy it.
there's proof on
So
boxingrec.com.
you have tokens of Lilly that you
Unless
did
you were
not sell
front
because
run.
you thought the launch was
No, no,
going.
no, no. I didn't buy
But
Faltron.
No,
but did
I
they
didn't
give
ask
you
if you
free
bought, but
tokens?
you did. I would assume as a part of the dev paperwork that you received tokens, correct?
No, sir. I
Okay.
never received any compensation from Lilly to this point in any form.
Dell,
That,
you telling me you did this shit for pro bono, bro? Yo,
dude,
Dell,
dude,
hold
dude.
on, hold on,
I
hold on.
got hoed out, right? So I
Wow.
was supposed to get
But hoes
260T.
get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, Dell, hold on, Dell. All right,
Wow.
I have to interject here
Wow.
because I've been
Wow.
holding in for
Well,
a
yeah,
minute.
no, I'll tell you the real. Let me answer. So, like, I was hired to build the medical blockchain. That was my role, right? And that was going to get started,
So
and
you
there
doing
was going to
all
be,
that work for free.
contracts delivered and signed, and
Possibly.
they were going to. I had my salary and everything that was not in Lilly. Like, it's a real big boy job, and it was, being paid like in fiat. They're a legit company, right? They have to do things. They have to do payroll the right way, and you can't do it like that as a real company at this point. So they were, going to do things that way, and it was all going to happen. They were going to launch and, establish and move things forward at that point. And I was supposed to get 260T and I'm sorry, yeah, 260T and team tokens was supposed to be my payment from like the Lilly side, and it never came to me because those coins are vested for 90 days. That was like the agreement that the whole Lilly
Nope.
team made, and I walked away from those. I
Yo,
never.
let's I'm gonna retract here. I want to get.
I
I want
never.
to get.
I just real quick. I walked away from those. I never received them. I have no Lilly.
All right, no problem, Dell. I want to get into the to the real questions. Rise up and David, whatever out of you two want to go first.
Real quick
No.
before we move forward, because like there's been
Yo,
a couple
let's
times where I've answered questions and then people came back and said like I didn't answer them. Faltron, you asked it. Did I answer your question?
I think so. Yeah.
Boy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Y'all,
That's all
some
I.
people are
Next
slick
one,
with it.
or
They
if you
are
guys want to have
slick with
someone
their
else talk,
tongue.
like
yeah,
please.
right up and David. You
I don't know
guys
what to
can
believe
I
anymore.
want to go
Okay.
after
All
them,
right.
please.
I want to say what, Torres?
No, I want to go after you guys when you're done, please. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, so I'm going to go real quick. So in the last space, Dell, I asked a question that you did not answer. So
Ooh, let's get it answered.
yep, let's look at Etherscan. When we look at Etherscan, we see
He
a
doesn't
deposit of
sound
39% of
Dale
the
doesn't sound
total
worried at
supply,
all.
which is 46.8 quads that went into wallet number one. The assumption of that, based off of the roadmap and everything that's posted on the website, is that is your 30% that's supposed to go in for the dead wallet, right? Or the 39% for the dead wallet. When you look at Etherscan on the contract and you look at the owner address of what we assume is the dead wallet is wallet number one. In other words, let me finish. In other words, wallet number 1 is a dev wallet. It is the owner wallet. It is not the burn wallet, and it is currently holding 39%. Marketing and reserve each hold 15%. Foundation holds 1%. So when we look at that, it's an owner wallet. It is the owner of the contract. The dead wallet that should end in DEAD does not appear in the top 1,000 holders. So maybe it just hasn't got enough reflections yet. So why is the owner of the contract holding the burn wallet tokens?
Wow.
They are not burned.
David asking those
That's
questions.
one question. Answer that and I'll ask
That's
the
a
second
tough
one.
question.
Okay, I will answer that. So the first answer to that is that there's a lot there to which I wasn't there for. And I wasn't there when this coin was launched. That's not my role in launching. I wasn't doing that. But from which contract are you looking at? Because there's 2 of them. And so that when I last looked, and I've been up late and I've been looking at a lot of stuff. Excuse me if I get something wrong. But when
99F2.
Coco, you're right.
Yeah,
Truth
okay.
is a matter of
99F2.
perspective.
It's the current contract. 99F2.
Okay, the current. So, my understanding after speaking to the Lilly team is that they put the dead wallet is a dead wallet, as was my understanding, and that everything was working correctly. And you're saying that it's not, and that
The
there's
dead wallet is not in the top 1,000 wallets. The amount of tokens and the percentage by total supply that should
Just
be in
make
the
sure.
dead
Can
wallet
you all
is
hear
in
the
wallet
space?
number 1, which is the owner address of the
I need
token.
to be sure
I
you
would
guys
like
can hear
to.
the
I
space.
would
Can you
like
hear the
to
space?
ask Brad and Lilly that question to get clarification because
Me too.
because I truly at this moment could never explain such a thing. That's freaking ridiculous.
Can
Okay.
you call him? Can you call him on 3-way?
Shocker.
I think that I don't think
You can even press R6
right away.
No,
Hey, so
no.
let me finish. Let me
put him
finish
on
so we can get
3-way.
to the next guy. All right. So in the last 2 hours and 16 minutes, the marketing wallet has liquidated a total of about $100,000 worth of ETH. We don't know where it went, but we'll track that down later.
All right. Thank you,
So marketing
Crypto
wallet
Fresh.
already liquidated that. The marketing wallet, the Lilly
Thank you,
Foundation
Coco.
wallet, the reserve wallets, all of those wallets match the old contract and the new contract. All of those wallets hold the old token and the new token. This is my point, and it comes to the social media and taking care of investors. Yesterday, about 12 hours prior to launch, I started tweeting out, hey, there's at least 4 fake Lilly tokens. I was tagging Lilly, I was tagging Brad, I was tagging you. I was like, can you make a statement? They waited at least 8 hours till people had already lost over $1 million in one of those fake Lilly tokens before they did an announcement. And what they said was, every Lilly contract that is currently out is a fake, it's a scam. That's proven wrong when you look at the Lilly Foundation, the reserve, the marketing wallets. They all hold the contract I reviewed 2 nights ago and the current contract. So they put out a false statement saying that
I would agree.
every
After you
contract is
explain it
out.
that way, I agree with you. When you put it that way, you're right.
So I didn't lose any money on Lilly because I reviewed it 2 nights ago and said I'm not buying in to start with because I didn't trust the contract itself. And when we look at it, when I review it today on my post-launch review, I'm going to give the same answer. So that's what's going out to the public. However you got in the boat, you got in the boat.
Yeah, it seems like Del Crypto
really
is the
hope
only
you didn't get
one
paid for
really
this,
that's
and if
stepping
you
up to the
did,
plate to be in the room
it'll
to the
show.
hot
If you
seat.
got paid in any form or fashion,
They
Lilly,
need to.
Fiat,
The
whatever,
CEO of
It will
Lilly,
show.
Brad,
It
he needs to
will
come up and
show.
say something.
Absolutely.
Not
And
not
so,
really, because you could
But
always do shit under the table with fiat currency.
Del
So the
Crypto is
blockchain
taking the
yeah,
heat
may
right
not be
now. I
lying.
commend
I
him
got
for
That
that
ain't
because he
shit.
could have
hard
disappeared
cash.
too.
You're right.
Okay.
True.
I'll quit speaking so Rise Up can talk. I know Rise Up's got some questions. They might be a little harder than mine.
Okay.
You're right, Crypto Fresh. They should have had that taken care of.
Mr. Del Crypto, I'm Davey from Rise Up.
I'm sorry for knocking you. I know we spoke in the chat, but I know I explained to you what happened, and but now that we're speaking personally before you begin, again, my condolences.
Well,
Fat
I'm
fingers.
gonna instant counter that with the next question. You
Yep,
knew
I'm here now. I'm not
Hold
running
on,
this
hold
time.
on. Please let me finish. You knew I had a question. You knew I requested again, but you closed the AMA in a rush. Why did you do that? You knew I had a question.
So for me, what happened from my perspective was I said, okay, we're gonna have one more question. It had been going for an hour and a half at that point, and I said, let's do one more question, and I picked you. And my condolences. I'm not familiar with who you were. I was literally just picking someone who I saw had been waiting for a while, and so I picked you. I tapped on it. It looked to me as if though like you weren't coming up, so I tapped it again and you got knocked down. And I don't know. I don't know if you heard it or what, but like, and you can hear my reaction in the video. I'm like, oh man, I just knocked down a guy who I was trying to pick, and I went to look for you again and I couldn't see you. And it's the last question of the night. I had, public. I had said that before I went to pick you, and so I was like, all right, well, this guy will be the last question of the night. And I think it was Nico, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, so that's what happened. So it's not that I like misgenuinely was like trying to run from. Yes, I knew you had a question. Obviously, you were raising your hand to ask one. You requested to speak. It was an AMA. I did not know what your question was going to be, and I was in no way trying to hide your question. I had clearly stated it was the last question.
Well, this is the thing. If you do an AMA, you can't put an hour on it. People have questions. People want answers. This is not how you do an AMA. So, going to my next question, my question there was who created the. Do you know who created?
I do not exactly know who created the coin. So I know there was a version created by Satama, to my
Hello.
knowledge. I don't know if it ever crossed hands. I don't know all the details of that.
Dell, sir, you got hired as the blockchain expert.
Can you
So
guys hear
riddle,
me?
how would you not know who made the contract, sir? That's very hard to understand if you got hired as a partner, part of the LLC, as the blockchain expert. So you're gonna sit
Yeah,
here
it's
and
definitely
tell us
commendable
Hold
you
for
on,
have
I'm
Dell to
no
be
looking through
idea
my
who
taking
made the
all
emails.
this
I'm
heat.
contract?
looking through my emails right
They need to be
now
we need to be
because
I mean,
talking
do we
with the
not think that's
CEO.
important? Is
one
that not
second.
an
I'll
We
get
need to
you.
be
important
I'll
talking
get
with
you
the
the name of
CEO
who. Hold
of
on.
this
I'm looking
Lilly
for it
Finance,
literally right now because I
not the
have it
worker
in my
bee.
email stream. Let's take a look. 1 second.
Because we
And
over here talking about technical analysis and all this shit, man. I'm sorry, bro. We're dragging it.
I
We need
just
to
want to
get to the nitty
know.
gritty. So, Davey,
No,
you
yeah,
I just
continue,
want to
sir. But
know
yeah. So,
when
right?
they're going to give
it's
the people
bugging
the
me
We've
out
got
money
a
right
back
now.
serious we've got a series of
ask
so they
questions.
can
yeah,
move
ask
let
on.
let
Lily. So my job was not to create, or I never got hired to dev Lily Coin. I never wrote a single line of contract. That's not what my job was for them. When I came on, that was already set up. They already have their core team. I'm like the newest member of the team. I'm very
Ben,
much on the
he's
outside
supposed to
looking
be the
in.
expert.
There's meetings I'm not privileged to. There's
Yeah,
conversations I don't have going on. So I think that you guys are trying to
this
make
is a
this like
mess.
disingenuous
hey Dell,
assumption that
Well,
I
no,
do
that's
by
Dell,
not
this
even
Dell,
name.
true.
Dell.
No,
Is
the
there
hierarchy
Dell,
of the company
I
was
feel like I'm
Dell,
on Jerry
Dell? Is there
Springer
a
or
chance
something.
that
You know,
you can get Lily into the call as well?
Yeah, let's try to get Lily in
I
here, but I want Ryan up.
I would love
Well,
to.
Dell, here's the deal. Like, as the blockchain developer, as you say, you would understand. Well, how about this? Have you made a contract before, an ERC20 token contract, or been involved in the creation of one?
I've been involved in the creation one, absolutely. Yes, but I'll give you my whole when it
Well,
comes to like.
let's just move through it. So the answer
Okay,
is
go ahead.
yes. Okay. So did you not think it would be important to not rush this contract?
Oh my God, I and Empire Invest. I spoke to him. He knows this. I I did not. If it was up to me, that launch would not have happened. You should never, ever, ever rush launching a token or a coin. It has to be done right.
they
And if you
they
don't do
said
it
they
right,
wanted to meet
things
the
can
Lilly
go
said they wanted
bad.
to meet the
And this
deadline
is an
according to their
example, in my
statement.
opinion, possibly
They
of
wanted
that.
to meet the
Dell,
So
got
deadline
a question. So,
because
as the blockchain
Saitama
developer and advisor, why didn't you advise Lilly
turned the
Finance
swap
not to
feature
rush the
off
contract?
Because that was
on
not
boom.
what I was. That
Sateamaz.
was not my role,
That's why
Felcho.
they wanted to
So
release the
can we
contract
clarify?
I was
according
not
to
the
Lilly.
blockchain advisor of
but
any of that
okay,
stuff.
but as somebody that has experience in this, I mean, and seeing all those red flags and hearing people in the
I'll see if I
community
can
say some
find
of
the
these
statement
things,
they put out.
did you pull Brad Beatty aside and say, hey, maybe we should push this back a week
Yes,
or anything
yeah,
like that?
yes. I was. Empire Invest can attest. I was under the impression that it would be pushed. Yes, Valtron, absolutely.
So
Dale,
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 quick
hold on, hold on.
question.
Yo, my bad, Texas, real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Dale, there was multiple posts, videos, and links prior to the launch at 8 and some change with multiple fake Lilly contracts and stuff like that. My question is this: if being the
You're
blockchain
right,
consultant
Coco.
or liaison for this
Crypto
company,
Fresh,
right?
you're right too.
And
Yeah,
I want to say
absolutely.
That's
being
not what I was, though,
You
guys.
know,
So
you
all
working on a
right.
project.
So
Most likely, you
okay,
are
just
going to
being part
get
of the team,
front
I'll be
run
broad, right?
Yep, to
Evade.
some
build the
tokens
medical
for your
blockchain.
payment
Like
No,
that, I
no,
was
no
going to
doubt.
build that product for them. I
compensation.
was going to be involved in everyone, the whole team
Let me see if I
building
can
that
find this
product
Lilly
was going to
statement.
be reporting to me.
Copy. My question to you is: a lot of these reports and these links that were being done were happening upwards of 24 hours prior to the 8 p.m. launch yesterday. My thing is this, brother: why did you wait till 12 in the a.m. to specify this? And I know you had a boxing match, which is
Yeah,
totally
I
fine,
did answer this one clearly earlier. I answered it.
bro. But I know, but but my thing is you are part of a major launch, right? That's
That's
supposed to be one of the
Saitama's
biggest
termination of agreement.
revolutionary cryptocurrency
That
launches
was on the
that
10th. I
were
need to find Lilly's statement.
collectively having blockchain and
Also,
healthcare, right?
in the last room, you said you were hired as a blockchain expert for Lilly Finance.
Exactly.
No, I don't.
And so why would the question is
I don't
why would you
remember
not
saying.
want to be a part? The question is why would you not want to be a part of that launch? It almost seems like an alibi.
Yeah, like oh yeah,
I would have
I was
loved. I would have loved to have been a part of the launch. I would have been. I would have loved to have been a part of the conversations between Saitama and Lilly and whatever. What I can only assume and what I've been told was a communication breakdown that divided the community, caused a big downpour, red candle, and Saitama. I would have loved to have been involved in that, right? But I'm not the boss. I'm an employee. As a matter of fact, I'm like the last one on the list that was brought in.
I'm
I was
sorry. I
counting
don't
on
mean to
the
butt in.
outside.
I don't mean
Dell,
to butt
why
in.
didn't
But
you?
Dale,
Why
are
didn't
you
you?
not on?
guys, we got to do one at a time, y'all. Did this everybody over each other ain't gonna work. So please, so we could do this amicably. Please raise your hand so we can move forward the right way. Because if not, it's gonna be anarchy, guys. So I heard crypto and cigars first, and then Texas, and then we'll move forward. All right. Go ahead, crypto and cigars, my guy.
Here's the Lilly statement. I mean, their statement here.
I
Let
clearly
text go.
understand
Let
what
text go.
everyone's
I didn't want to
asking.
jump in here, but I want to make sure. I just
Let
want
me
to
zoom
clarify
in.
something.
I take accountability.
Hold on
I
one
do
second,
take
Dale.
accountability
Hold
for
one
not
second,
being
Dale.
there.
Hold 1 second, Dale. I want Texas to go, but I just want to clean this up before we go any further. You are listed on the LLC as a partner in that particular coin. Am I
You guys
correct?
want to give that a read? Hopefully, you can see it.
Wait a minute. I'm
But you can
listed
find
on
it
the
on their Twitter
LLC.
page. But this is their
To my
statement saying
understanding,
why they
only
Sir,
LLC
why the
I should be
contract was
yes or
on
no
is
rushed.
the
question? Yes or no
foundation.
question? Yes or no question?
No, not to no. I never signed nothing. No.
Oh my God. Son.
So
What?
you're on the operating agreement. Yes, Dell. Is that correct?
Do you have something to do with the company?
I am on the LLC for the Lilly Foundation, and that paperwork was submitted, and I am my name is literally on the LLC for that. But if there's any additional LLC with my name on it, then that please bring it to my attention.
Let text go, then I'll put my hand back up. Let text go. I'll
And
put
that's
my
my
hand.
direct, and that is my direct answer.
All right, Dale. That's totally fine. Upon coming across Lilly and being on board with the team, were you in contact with anybody else outside of just Brad?
Yes, absolutely.
So you are familiar with the individuals that's a part of the team as well.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So okay,
And I love them. I really
O-
do.
okay. So I mean, you can answer this or don't answer this. Upon meeting these individuals that's a part of the team, was there any discussions on how you guys were gonna operate with the token, far as who's gonna get what or anything like that? Did
Yes,
any of
yes,
you have
I
discussions?
made that clear. Yes, I did make that clear. There were discussions that for the team, and it's a large team, that for compensation that I
Got
would
to
be
take my
receiving
airborne.
260T, that it would be vested, and that and I never received them, and I did
Okay.
officially walk away from them.
Okay. So by you being a part of the team and you meeting the team and you guys discuss a lot of things, how long have you been working with Lilly?
Literally
Approximately how many
since
days?
the day the press release was dropped, was the
Okay.
day I started officially, and I had accepted the role with Lilly, and I did it that morning, and it was released that evening.
And you're
Okay.
working
Okay.
pro,
So
you working
so
pro
Can
by
I?
you
bono since
working with
then.
them is
No, not
I'm
pro
asking this
bono. So
question for a reason,
that
Dale.
that I would never do.
And
Okay,
You
that's
said
my
you're
I'm
an
asking that
unpaid.
question
You said
for a
you're an
reason,
unpaid
Dale.
hoe, though.
yeah, no, I said I got hoed.
That's why I asked the question
and
because
this
I
is
want to
why I don't
understand.
join
So,
Yeah.
projects
well,
So
but
like
we
that.
since we
And
seen
nope,
that
I don't
post,
get
it's been
paid.
about what,
Don't
a
give me
whole
no
month?
nope.
Can you say
Nope.
that you've been a part
Anything
of the
goes
Lilly
south, and
team?
guess
sounds
who? And
right
guess
to
who they're
me.
gonna go
That's
So you've
after?
been working with
the
Lilly
exact
for a
date is
Yeah.
whole
there.
month freely. They didn't give you a cut up front. You didn't get anything in between. You just working for them for the free.
I
E
was I
fiat.
was supposed to be getting big. It I
You're a doctor, right, Mr. Dell?
No, I am
Let,
not a
the,
physician. No,
hey,
I am a
folks, here.
medical student.
Wait,
But
wait, let him
I
answer the
was
question
supposed to
that
be
I
getting
I gave him
the
real quick.
reason I wasn't working. Hell no, I wasn't working pro bono. Hell no.
So did you
so
get paid or not, sir? And how much?
so I was supposed to be getting paid big bucks, and it was supposed to happen when
Tell the
I
truth,
signed my
Dale.
contract,
Tell the
which was
truth.
supposed to be delivered to me several probably I was told like probably about a week after launch, after they organized everything, and I was going to be getting like everything, right? A salary,
How much?
benefits, the whole thing, right? And so that's why I was there and putting in time working towards that.
So for
Okay.
a whole
Technically,
month is what you saying. You was working for them for the free
For
up until the launch,
Yeah,
and you didn't get
I'm telling you that
anything.
I never
But
received any compensation.
but for
Yes.
some strange reason, I guess what doesn't make a whole lot of sense, if you're the blockchain developer and crypto expert, you see that they're going through contract after contract after contract in the span of about 3 days. There's nothing like I would have
Oh,
just
dude, it
driven.
was a
I would have driven
tumultuous time.
if it
Caltron.
were me
Yeah.
and this.
From
Well,
the
hold on a
moment
sec.
they left
Hold.
Saitama, it was craziness.
I know, but at what point didn't you decide to stop that train, Dell? I mean, you're supposed to be the blockchain developer slash advisor, but you're letting all of
No,
this insanity
that's not
proceed.
what
It
I
doesn't make
am.
sense.
No, I was not the blockchain advisor, and I was the man who was supposed to build the medical blockchain. Everyone working under that was going to report to me. That was my job title.
that's a
That's
big
what it
role,
was.
brother.
that's a
That's
big
a
Yes,
resp-
role.
it is
it
a
was
token. It is
big,
blockchain. So
big
be able to
role,
put that
big role.
responsibility on you, brother. That's a lot of
And,
responsibility.
That's
It,
a
it,
big
and
it,
you're
role.
an
it,
Not to be
educated
getting
man, Dell. I
paid.
mean, you're in medical school. I mean, you're a
Wow.
medical student. You're going to be a
I'm no
doctor.
None
I
of
fool.
this
would
stuff
assume
I'm
adds
no
up.
I would
fool.
assume that you're smart enough to not put rubber stamp your name and something on a project like
And
this
why
with
would
just being like,
I
You know
was
what
gonna
I'm
take?
say
saying?
that
But
exactly,
hold on.
Cauldron.
Let's don't let me like act and look at like I never saw the contract. Okay, hold on. Let me get things clear. The greatest, the realest in the game. Uh, I saw the contract, and I was in the meeting with the realist in the game when he pointed out to me some problems in the contract, and I was under the impression after that meeting that there would not be a launch. And when I found out that there would be, this was a surprise to me. And these were the decisions were made
So
with me not there because
why
I
didn't he put out
am
the
not
information
that
to the
type of decision
holders,
maker.
to the potential
I
holders?
wasn't part of the hierarchy that high.
Why
Yo,
wouldn't
I
he
would
put
Dell,
that
love
yo,
information
to.
out?
I could have. I feel like
I
I
think
could have
it's time to
stopped.
bring in Brad.
If he knew
I
that
mean,
information that there was
if
not going to
future
be a
reference,
launch,
I
Yes, it
definitely
is.
believe Dell this guy's going somewhere. He has a future in politics, brother, because you have a lovely way of deflecting and absolving responsibility from this shit, bro. So if you ever run for office, I don't know
No,
if you're blue,
I
red or
take
blue.
I
I don't know,
take
brother.
responsibility. I was
Can
on the team, bro. I was on the
can
team.
can I
Can
can
Since
I
you
I
can I
were
jump
so
in? Can I
bullish,
jump
since
in?
you were so bullish
I
on
was
this,
so bullish. I was.
yeah, you were
Can,
bullish, right? So why
can,
were you bullish? Because you were gonna get paid somehow.
No,
Were you
that's
gonna
not
get
why
a
I was
airdrop
bullish,
after the
man.
launch?
I
Needs
was
to be
can I
bullish,
something,
can
man.
Hey guys,
Guys, they're over talking, not gonna work. So please, one at a time, please. We have Crypto and Cigars, and then we have a Warrior, all right? And then Son and Pharaoh. All right, thanks, guys. Let's go.
All
Yo,
right,
Coco,
Dale.
please don't interrupt people for this.
I got several questions. Okay, you
Quick.
understand by going. You understand by going. In all my answers, I need a yes or no. You don't have to expound because we're pressed for time and other people want to come up.
He knew.
You do understand when Lilly hired you that you had a certain influence in the community. In that community, that those people would follow you to Lilly. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. In taking that position, can why was you?
I didn't hear
You're
that.
stuck in the
You
blockchain, my
breaking up?
guy.
You breaking up? Crypto and Cigars.
Yeah.
While he's
Yeah.
getting
He
that, I
said he
just want to say,
wasn't on the
guys, I
team.
got
That's what he said.
27 more minutes at 3:30. Like I said, I want to answer every question that there is, and that's why I had set up that one at 9.
All
And
right, cool.
like I said when I started this, that I
Yep.
We
can't
got
go.
you. We
Yep.
got
So,
Warrior, Sunny, then Crypto. Go ahead, Warrior.
Yeah, thanks everyone for bringing me up. So, Del Crypto, you know I'm a physician. There are physicians in this community in the wolf pack down in the crowd. There was a space that we were holding, and I didn't, we didn't want to flood a project that Saitama was, trying to see the good in, right? But in that space, I did ask you, what is the utility of Lilly? Because I was hearing you talk about healthcare and some of the business metrics and CPT codes, and there was like really like a disconnect between what you were saying and what I understood in terms of where utility could be discovered. So independent of wallets and blockchain, having Reverb, focusing on that stuff on my own organization side, like I'm gonna put that aside and we can talk about those values later. But in general,
I remember
like
we did,
I'm just
I
yeah,
remember we did. We spoke
yeah, Del Crypto, I just have
in
the
DM.
question, please. Yeah, and so my question is, all this time you were hyping up an organization that had no utility at all, at all.
I
I was
disagree. I disagree with that, and I do. And I've always made that clear, and that I would never. Please don't. I can't sit here, doctor. I can't sit here and let you
I think Lilly
say that
had
I
utility.
would
They
join a
absolutely did have
project that
utility.
has no utility. I can't
But the deception behind
I'm
it.
not asking you to agree with me. What I am saying is I was listening, and as a
Well,
physician and
yeah, I
technology
disagree with
developer, I
your
did not
statement.
see any. I did not see any utility. So what I'm trying to say, Del Crypto, is
I think
from
he
the
had great
beginning,
utility in the medical field.
our community was not being educated on Lilly Finance appropriately. So when things are going down and you're saying you didn't know, I'm trying to understand, like, what did you not know?
I made
Did you not?
videos to educate the community. I was working to educate the community because I believe. No, I do believe. I truly still do. I believe in technology. I believe in what could have been done by Lilly, and truly, at the bottom of my heart, I still hope they do it because there's such a huge need for
No
it.
one's going to trust them.
Could have, should have, would have. I mean, I'm talking about what they did.
Damn right, doctor. You're
But what
damn
they
right.
did not do.
Yep.
What
Yeah,
did
I want to bring up Barney, the chief technology officer of Lilly. I invited him up, so I would gladly love to bring him up if we can. Warrior, you can continue your statement. I respect you as a doctor, but I want Barney up here immediately, expeditiously, right now.
Yeah, I'll just
Expeditiously
finish
out.
up. Like I've
I love
obviously
his
given my
lingo.
opinion on the matter, and I think we all need to really take this seriously about what education means, not only around the tokenomics but utility. So, Del Crypto, I mean, look, you don't seem to be acknowledging that Lilly as a whole was very much a hype, and I'm trying to understand, even if you had hope, do you acknowledge at least that what happened during the launch was not just a byproduct of one day or one dev? It was a sequence of events that consistently people were making up bullshit stories around what the utility was. There was no utility.
No, I will not. I will not.
I have very
concede
important
that.
questions
I
for
will
Del.
not.
This is very important, and they are connected to one of his wallets. Let me just ask you these questions, Dell. Do you know of the
Ask
following
away.
tokens? TikTok Metaverse,
No.
Tesla Metaverse,
Sounds like dust.
Nike RTF KT Studios,
Also sounds like dust.
Adidas Metaverse,
Sounds like dust.
Visa Metaverse,
There's no such thing.
Facebook Metaverse.
There's no such thing.
So, Feltron, what are you alluding to, sir?
Nothing, just asking the question.
I got the
Come on,
10
Faltron,
message.
stay on track, bro.
We'll wait till we have
Dang,
all the
man, he's
details.
So,
always
what
throwing
about this
I've
200?
I'm just
curveballs.
asking the question, and I
I've
just
never
asked
heard
if
of
you know.
those. Yeah,
Stay on track.
What about these
I think I've
210 Ethereum that just got transferred out? What's going on with that?
Yeah, transferred from Lilly into U.S. dollar over $250,000.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, must be nice.
must be. As I said, I am not with the Lilly team any longer, and I don't know the answer to that. That's a very
All right, I got
All
a
right.
question. I got a
Where's
question.
Barney?
So you said that you resigned from Lilly, right?
yes, I did.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
As I said, due to the dev negligence. So, from what I have seen,
Absolutely,
to my
Coco. We have come a long
understanding,
way.
So basically the devs wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, correct?
no, they didn't launch. That there was negligence in the launch. And so, what I said very clearly was that.
Oh, can that's cool.
Okay.
You answered the question. So you said that you wasn't involved with any of that thing. Your stance or your position was something totally different than what the launch is, correct?
I literally was not there, is what I said.
No, what
we
I'm
need to be
saying
talking
is
to
you didn't
Brad.
have nothing to do with the token at all. That's what you're basically saying.
Heck no, I'm not saying that. Hell no, I never said
So
that.
Listen to his tone. He just
you
sounds
said
so
that you was only
relaxed.
dealing with the medical and medical blockchain.
People lost
So when we're
thousands and
talking about the
thousands of
token,
dollars. And
how did you
you
influence the
just sound
token?
real chill.
Well, I wouldn't say I
Heck
influenced it
no.
in any way, shape, or form.
Hell
So
But
why we
you
no.
just
getting
said you
married,
was working.
sir?
You was working on the
Okay.
token. You just said you was
No,
working.
I wasn't. I never Shaka. I never coded anything for Lilly.
We need
Not
to
a
get
single
Brad.
one.
They need to get
No
Brad in
Solidity.
here, the
Not a single
CEO of
Solidity
Lilly.
line was
So
coded by me for Lilly.
when
That's
you
what we need
just
to be
said that you was
questioning.
working on the token or with the token, what were you
Yeah, the
doing
day.
We need it
working
from
with
the
it?
horse's mouth.
Absolutely. So, they on the day of there were there was a meeting, the morning of the launch with the realist of the game, and he pointed out some problems and that was going on with the code potentially, and he was right. And he helped Lilly to get things sorted out.
I'm talking about judo. I'm not talking
Yeah, I
about
was,
TARP.
and I was on that meeting, and
Okay, so
I was right.
so why did you get on that meeting or make that call supposedly when you're only supposed to deal with the medical blockchain?
I was mainly because the realist in the game was on, and I had never met him, and I wanted to jump on. And they were like they were working with their developer, Lilly was.
Okay, so the only thing you saying basically is use the medical blockchain, but you happen to talk to somebody that was TARP was talking to your bosses, and you said, "Hey, I got to be over here," so you jumped into the conversation or the call.
Not yes, that, and I also so when Lilly left Saitama and they were looking to go in a different way, I connected them with people to help them do so, and they got
Okay. So when these people that you connected to do so, was these the people that that you dealt with the contract?
No, I personally, like I said, was not involved in dealing with the contract.
So who did you connect Lilly with? You said after conversations tore down or negotiations tore down that you linked them with some people or connected them with some
Correct.
people to move.
I connected them with a developer who connected them with a third-party source to help them out.
So
And,
so
Getting,
who
and
was
their
the
name was
developer?
getting
Inter. Their
deeper.
name was Inter.
The developer is who?
Inter.
Okay, so how could we get a hold of the developer?
Oh, you that would be. I think you would have to ask Lilly.
But you the one that
But you the
connected them to.
blockchain
No, no, no,
guy,
no,
Dell.
Yeah.
no. I was not the one. That's not what I
That's
said.
what
I
you
said I
said.
connected them to a source that helped them to get to this Inter dev. Okay, and
So what
if
was
the
the
if the
source? Who
dev
was the
wants to
source
speak,
that you
I
connected them
will.
to?
If the dev wants to
Who
speak,
who
then
was the source that you? It's like we don't even have to dance around. Who was the source that you connected them to?
Dell, where's the official resignation letter? Because typically when people get involved with a project, there's a welcome letter. But where's the official resignation letter from you or from Lilly specifying you guys parted ways?
Let him answer the question.
I got it. Let me do this. So who was the source?
Sorry.
Who's the source, Dale? Where is he? What is he gone?
Am I in the blockchain or am I still
No,
here?
you still there,
No.
Shaka. I'm waiting for Dale to answer that question. Who is the
Who is
source?
the source, Mr. Crypto?
Oh shit! Poof.
This is Dale
He's
Crypto
gone.
right here. This is the guy that we're talking to right now, or that they're talking to.
Guess he
Poof.
doesn't want.
Don't tell me he got
Interesting.
blocked. Don't tell me he got blocked.
Poof, Famoose, you went to me. Take these bonds back to the factory. I see.
If you click the leave button, it looks like you got rugged.
He's still in the room. Just bring him back up.
Come
Yeah.
back up. Come back up, Lewis.
Yeah, I still want to hear him.
Yo, guys, I just want to make it clear. I'm getting 100 DMs, and people are saying they're requesting, and I don't even see you guys.
Yup. I don't see Tarp. I don't see Omar. There's mad people I want to bring up here. I don't even see.
Empire Invest, OG Fud Fighter. I can't see anybody at all. There's too many people in the room. Twitter is not allowing me to see your request or you. I don't see you in the room at all, even when I search.
I'll go on.
Animate,
Let me
animate. The
know.
same thing happened to me when I
Yeah.
was hosting, bro. Same exact
Same
thing
thing
happened
happened
to me.
to us. We were hosting, co-hosting, and all this shit happened. And yeah.
Quick question.
He's coming
Do
back. He's
y'all
coming
still?
back.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Do y'all still see Dale in the room?
Yeah, he's still in the room. Also, the Brad account that's requesting, is that a fake Brad, or do you guys want to see if that's Brad?
See if it's him.
I want to see Barney. I want to see Lilly Finance. I want to see Brad Beatty's official Twitter, so we don't have no fucking speculation right now.
And bring the coder who wrote this contract.
And the coder that wrote the contract is behind a lot of rugs.
Well, that's
Master
what we want to
Dev.
speak
A
to as
lot.
well. Because
A
let's
lot.
keep it 1,000. Brad's gonna
Hey,
come in.
like I
He's
said,
gonna say this and that.
I
We
got.
need the
He
coder.
said he's coming back right now. He just messaged me.
See, when you go into partnership with somebody,
So let's find out
you
who
got to
that
do
coder
as much
is.
research as you
Shaka
can
grills
to
their ass,
find out this
man.
information.
My
Nah,
bad.
I mean,
I fell back.
Caltron,
No, you
Shaka,
bro.
Tori, all these
We
guys are
tag
looking
team,
at this
man.
information right
I just
now.
like don't let them off the
Right
hook.
now, they're finding this information. The information that
Dude,
could
You
have
were
been
starting to
found
cook
out
it, right, Chaka? You were starting to
a
cook
while
it.
ago.
I'm about to.
But
I'm about to,
we didn't know. They didn't know
do the
to even consider
the
looking
magic
into
Yeah, I
that.
David
know.
So
Blaine.
I know.
you really have to do your
Serious
research.
question
That's
for
important.
Feltron, that contract creator
especially
you're
as a
talking about,
developer.
was it tied to that post I did yesterday in reference to all those rugs?
Man, just imagine if this information was out prior to Saitama shaking hands and saying we're going to do business with you. Imagine that.
I'll have to look at what you posted here in a bit, but definitely look at the contract creator. Anybody who's in this room with some Etherscan skills. Supposedly, there's a lot of connections to a lot of honeypots.
I can't believe that the chief technology officer was here and I invited him to speak for half an hour and he did not accept my invite. Barney, where are you, Barney?
If I'm not mistaken, it was 17 scams.
Where Dale at, man? He getting the shit. Nah, this is
Where's
all a
Brad
mechanism.
at? Where's Brad?
Nah, man. Nah, I'm going somewhere, bro.
Okay.
My bad. I think.
Yo, he left, bro.
The question's so good.
If he comes back, he said he's in here. Now I can't see him. My bad.
Just for the
let's
record,
Shaka has him.
we have 3,275 people in the room. Guys, everybody here, we want to let you know that all of the people up here on the panel, none of us are paid, right? We are doing this for the education and the betterment of all of DeFi. We're trying to get to the bottom of this because we are definitely disappointed that many people have lost quite a lot of money, up to upwards of $1 million in the past 24 hours. So our intent here is for educational purposes and to enlighten people. It's not to grill, bully, or be aggressive. We just want to get to the answers because we care about our community. We care about the space.
Jonathan, as much as this is a pain in the ass, Dell cannot get back up here. It's impossible unless I restart the room again.
Or if people drop their request to speak. Can everybody drop your request?
Wait, we got Barney.
Hey, Barney's here. Barney's here. Barney's
shut
here.
up.
Stop.
Who's Barney? Let's see where Barney's at. Show a picture of him.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I just want to say I am here listening. I don't have answers to give questions. That's not my job. I am here listening because it's easier than reading through 5,000 tweets and any issues.
You may have to move a couple people down.
This guy here, this is Barney, the CTO.
So
I want to hear what people are saying, so that there's anything that I'm not catching on the tech side of it, we can hear what that is. I'm actively listening and taking notes because I'm working with developers. We're working on locking the liquidity, but I also want to know what everybody's thinking. So if there's anything tech side, that's why I'm here. I'm not here to answer questions. I'm here to listen to you guys. And
now we want to know about the wallets.
I don't know the answers on the wallets. I'm not allowed to address all.
But you the tech person.
You're saying you're a tech person.
Okay.
Barney, have you talked to Brad at all?
Yes, I've been in conversation with the whole team all morning.
Wow.
Sir,
why hasn't he showed up in the space?
Pardon me?
What is he telling you of why he won't show up to 3,000 something people who have general questions for him?
I don't recall it being brought
up. What you mean?
Now understand,
Barney.
I'm not listening to everything with them the whole time. I'm working with developers and everything else. So,
Barney, what is your intent here this afternoon?
They owe it to the community to show up.
Questions. May I ask, what are your intentions?
My intentions right now is to get our liquidity lock fixed. Excuse me, and just make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to work.
Locking liquidity, we can do that up here, right?
That's what I'm working on right now.
So do you want us to do it or no?
No, we're working on it right now.
But I'm just saying, why wouldn't you want us to do it if you can't lock it? Why wouldn't you want us to lock it?
That's what we're working
on. Well, why was it?
It doesn't take much to work on.
Why was the contract launched without the liquidity being locked in the first place?
We were trying to get the contract out there. That's what
we were
trying to make everybody
happy. David, rise up to speak.
Guys, we gotta let people talk. Elohim brought up a question. Please be respectful. Let somebody finish their statement before we speak. Please let Elohim speak. Thank you.
Yeah, so my question was, why was the contract locked without the liquidity being locked in the first place?
Is he rugged?
Did you hear that question, Barney, that Mr. Crypto Elohim stated? Why would...
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I was looking at another screen. My apologies. It was an oversight by the developers, and that's what we're working on now.
Oversight.
Yes.
But Barney, you do know you haven't answered the question that Shaka just presented. There are people up here that know how to lock the liquidity, and you're having problems locking the liquidity. Why won't you just let us do it if you don't know how to do it?
It's not that we don't know how to do it. We're making sure we do it right and that we have the liquidity in the version 3 and the version 2 of Uniswap.
It's not really that hard. Like it's like putting the key in the car.
Yes, and we're just addressing it in the right order to make sure it's all proper, because we don't want to arouse any more.
You can only say that to somebody that doesn't know the process. It's just like putting the key in the car. It's like saying, I can't get to you, but I got the keys in the car.
Well, we are getting ready to
enable... Why has $250,000 plus been siphoned out of Lilly and changed to US dollar?
I do not have the answer to that question.
So what do you know, Barney?
You can't answer where the people's money is at.
Yo,
come on.
I don't know. I can't deal with this, bro. Yo,
Get
Barney,
Brad in here.
Bro, we're going to have to ask you to leave because you're not helping at all. You're over here taking notes, so you could be able to bring back to your legal team to
I,
absolve
I, I
yourself
don't
and the rest of
even
your
know why
people.
you're. I don't even know why you're on the team. What can you
Why?
do? What
Get
can you
Brad
do?
in
CTO,
here.
Chief Technology Officer, fam, and you have nothing to
You
say?
don't even know how to lock liquidity.
Get
Come on,
Brad in
B.
here.
Come on, B. No.
What's this, a joke?
This is a fucking game, bro.
You're right. I was just here to listen to the community, but you're right. I should leave.
No, you should. All right, no, I'm making it easy for you. Bye.
Yo,
Get him out of here. Put him in the bathroom. He's out of here.
oh my fucking god.
I don't, bro. He
Del
brings no
Wow.
value
Crypto,
to the fucking conversation, bro. He's over here taking notes. He wants to know exactly what to say. So when they bring it to the legal team, they know how to fucking absolve themselves from any financial responsibility, any legal ramifications. I'm not fucking stupid. He said nothing of value. Get
listen,
him out of here.
real quick. Del Crypto wants to come back up, but I have to start a new room. Do you guys want to or not?
No.
No.
Why? No.
No, no, no,
Uh,
no, no, no,
All right.
no.
If
Like,
everybody that's not Del Crypto, please remove your
Please
request to
don't start
speak.
another
Every
room.
single person requesting,
The
please.
problem is you can only see the first 1,000 people that came in the room. After that, you can't request.
But it's because there's too many requests. There's too many requests to speak, I would imagine.
No, I don't think that's the case, bro. What? Because Tony from Shaman, Empire, Invest, there's like 20 people saying the request, and when I
Yep.
search them in the room, they're not even in here.
It
It
might be
tells me,
best to
but they
start
are.
another room then.
Well, why don't we just try it real quick? Everybody that's requesting to speak, drop your request right now, please, so we can get Del Crypto back up here.
I did,
Right.
Veltron.
Everybody
I
request.
X'd
Rise
them all
up.
out.
Rise up said he's requesting Tony. Everybody. I can't see anybody right now.
Hey, can I talk about one thing and then I'll drop down because I need to work on something else?
No problem, Dave. Go ahead.
So I went through, I looked at at the contract, right? So 19 hours or 20 hours ago, Lilly contract was created. Lilly contract was created by address ending in DA82. That's who created it. All right. So when you look at DA82, that address in Lilly, that is wallet address number 1, which holds the burn percentage and the burn quality, but is in the contract as the owner. So if they outsourced it, it was outsourced and then sent to them as a file, and then they created it on the blockchain, which is possible. But when I track it back, DA82 is actually the contract creator in Etherscan, and it is wallet number 1, which is the contract owner.
so what's going on, David, is they didn't create it. They had someone else, and that's why I said the narrative of, oh, someone else created this, and we don't know these people. That's why Barney brought his ass up here to take notes and for us to siphon that information back to Brad now, because they didn't create it. They
So here,
hired somebody that they don't even
That's
fucking know
always the
to
that
excuse.
create the
makes a bunch
shit.
of
That just
Now
rugs.
that
happened.
person
That
is
just
running
happened with
the
Hey,
another
business.
contract.
hey. Y'all fucking up my cover. Like, y'all
Remember,
fucking up the Scooby Doo shit. Y'all fucking up when
I'm
I
not
get to
saying
take the
shit. I'm
mask.
hey,
not saying shit.
No,
there's
I'm just
another
saying,
part
like,
to
no,
this if you
I'm
let me
being.
finish.
What was
Shaka,
that?
There's another
shaka,
part to
shaka,
this if you
do.
let me
Where
finish.
are
No,
you?
go ahead.
Okay, so if we go back to the contract address that was created a day and a half, 2 days ago, right? And we look at the contact creator there, that was an individual that was not part of Lilly that transferred ownership to Lilly. If you pull both contracts up, minus a couple
It's getting
wallet
real.
addresses that changed
Getting
very,
deep.
very little, there is only a difference in 20 words between the two documents when you put it in Word and do the word count. So the contract that was created 2 days ago, that's the wallet, the contract creator we have to look at from the 90EF or whatever. We need to look at that one to trace that one back to the possible scams. So, because basically they took the same contract and copied it and pasted it and changed it a couple wallet addresses. That's all they did.
You guys are gonna,
Yeah.
as the host and co-host, you guys need to cancel all the requests. So you clicked out.
That's I did that 100 times, bro. I swear to God.
You
When you
canceled
Yeah,
all
we've
the
been
the
doing that
speaking
like 20
requests.
times.
listen. When you click the 2 heads, I can search anybody in this room. There's over 30 people that told me they're requesting, and I don't see them in this room at all.
So if you want to anime, just
I'll open up a
recreate.
new
Yeah,
room.
open up your
2
another
seconds.
room. We
2
know how
seconds.
this should be,
If
bro.
you want to speak, you better get in quick.
All right, looks like they're going to start a new room. Wow. So it looks like they're about to start a new room here. But this is what's going on. We can go on for another 30 minutes to another hour trying to figure out what's happening with Lilly and and all this kind of stuff. Bottom line is they need to just repay people back the money. And the community wants their answers. I don't know if we're going to be able to get down to the nitty gritty of this, hopefully. So let me try to get back into this room one more time. This is the last time I'm doing this. And so I can stream here for you guys. Because I don't know how many of you were actually got into Lilly, but let's see if we can get some. They're going to start this back up here again. Give me a second. Is this it? Is this? Yeah, we're back in.
Oh man, this is terrible. Yo, Del Crypto, why your man Barney came in doing a whole bunch of nothing, man? What's up with your man Barney, Del?
I can't hear anything. Wait.
Bro, you know what? That right there, that's what happens when when an employee is on
the room to In Russ We Trust, because this would have happened in Saitama. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Indeed. We do. I think I've always made my sentiments for that project and their leadership well known. And even from the very onset of the quote unquote separation, I let everyone know where I lied.
Yo, is the picture of the Brad that's at a beach with the palm trees? Is that Brad trying to tell us he left the country or what?
I don't.
Yo, real quick, Tony from Shaman wants to say something. He's been asking me for a while.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? See, like, we want peace with everyone. Dell's a good friend. I know him, but I would like to announce that Dell will no longer be in our game just because we don't want no miscommunications with anything. Once again, nothing against him whatsoever.
I completely understand, brother. No ill wills
100%.
or feelings. You know I get it, bro. You got to do what you got to do.
100%.
But Del, may I ask you, right? So, a person of your stature and your education and your knowledge in the space, as well as medical field, and all of these things, or these credentials you have, also being a DJ, being a ring boxing, a judge, all these accolades you have, right?
Okay.
No. I'm being honest. Just shut up. But you don't think that maybe if you would have tried to at least mitigate some of these issues prior and being a little bit more proactive instead of reactive, could it potentially have maybe like minimized or mitigated these blows that are coming to you now? Because it feels like you're the fall guy, bro. Like it's not even fair to you, bro.
Anime.
Yep.
Will you check your DMs?
Yep.
I think Russ is in the building.
Yep. As I said pretty
Guys,
clearly, I feel like I got hoed.
Real quick, Dale. I don't think Russ wants to come up. He's just listening. I want to respect that. If Russ wants to,
he doesn't.
If Russ wants to speak, he'll request. Man, we'll let him just listen. He can do what he wants to do.
Could Del furnish my question though, please? Because I really think it's important.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, I would agree with that statement that you made, and I think that's goes into like why I feel like I got hoed a bit. There's definitely a hierarchy at Lilly that I was not all the way in on, and I throughout the way of Lilly always imparted my influence to the most that I could have. Man, do I wish I could have mitigated things more and had more influence. If I had influence, Lilly would have never left the giant one of the biggest DeFi coin in the freaking space, Saitama, who's about to launch, this amazing platform called SataMass that's going to, alleviate the ERC20 congestion for us all. If I could have done exactly what you just said, I would have imparted that influence. But I was never privileged. to having that type of influence in the company. And I was never hired for that role. I was never given an opportunity to do so.
And one more follow up question, Dell. So, I mean, I know this kind of happened very quickly, right? But be honest, please. I expect honesty from you, right? Prior to this particular situation, specifically as it pertains to the wallets, during your short tenure at Lilly Finance in the past 30 days, were there any other things that you noticed that you could be deemed as potential red flags or things that were questionable? Because you stated on numerous occasions that you were not privy to certain information. Now, if I'm a part of a company, right, that's launching, especially something as big and revolutionary as we all believe, including yourself did, right? You don't think it's interesting that you were not privy to certain information and conversations? So was there anything else that you've seen previously that could have potentially said, you know what, this might not be for me?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I explained on the day of the launch, when the realist in the game pointed out some problems, I was of the belief that the launch would be pushed. Okay, and so that right there was a decision that I wouldn't have agreed with in doing. And then we saw that how it went forward. And there are members of this community that I spoke to and shared my feelings that that it wasn't going to launch, and I was happy about that. And then when it did launch, I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here?" Oh man, yeah.
Russ,
And
I mean, Dell, I don't understand. What I really don't understand is why you held an AMA before the launch, and you guys knew there was a big issue with the code. Tarp told
no, I
you
would
guys,
have never.
everybody.
I would
Listen,
have never.
everybody called it out, and you spoke for an hour and 20 minutes out of an hour and 30-minute AMA.
Yeah, I sure did speak that whole damn thing. That whole Lilly team does not enjoy public speaking one bit. I think Barney just showed that pretty clearly.
Yeah,
You guys should have called it an "Ask Me Nothing."
shave my
Hey Del,
ass.
Do you have any messages that you sent out that says, "Hey guys, why did we launch the project now? We shouldn't have launched it," or anything that shows that, oh my God, there's an issue with the contract, or
Yeah.
anything that says, "Hey guys, why the fuck did this contract just get launched 28 minutes early and everybody just bought it and then dumped it?" Do you have any messages that shows you with any sort of concern, whether it's to Brad, the CTO, the developer, to Jesus himself, to anybody at all? Is there I've been through this. I've gone through this. I know
There
how
absolutely
this works and
is. There
operates.
is.
Is there? Can you share that up top, please?
Nico, I got a question for you. There's a $52,000 NFT transaction hash related to Lilly.
Those questions the day of his AMA that he totally controlled. He was the Q&A. He would ask a question and then answer it. I remember.
I sure
I
was.
remember. He's up here telling us he's not a part of the team or he's not getting paid for it, I believe.
No, no, no. I am part of the team, and I
You
always
are,
said I
but
was. I absolutely am. Yep.
this is my interpretation of everything that's going on. You guys are gonna, the CTO, everybody at this point is gonna try to distance yourselves from this project as much as possible, even though you guys do have something to do with this project, just for the simple fact that the DA is to go after Brad because of this, and he just committed not another financial crime, because the first one you can't technically consider a financial crime, but they're gonna make an example out of Lilly, and they are gonna create case law, and they are gonna create law that people can go back to and say this is what happened when the federal DA tried the guys that were at Lilly for scamming people, for securities fraud, for everything. And you guys are going to want to distance yourselves as much as possible, which I understand. But at the end of the day, you guys are clearly a part of the issue, and you guys clearly have knowledge of everything that is going on. Because if you can sit up here, Dell, and tell me that you didn't know it was launching 28 minutes early, and if you're going to sit here and tell me you didn't tell friends or family or anybody that get into this project because it's about to take off, and then I'm going to tell you when to sell, I'll take myself out of this space.
Yeah,
You know,
Dell, let's make it clear one more time. Did you get paid in any tokens or any compensation whatsoever?
So you can clearly see where every single token of Lilly went, right? And there were no team distributions that were made. They never made that airdrop.
That's
I
that's
got
that's not correct, Del.
I got no Lilly, and no one else on the team got Lilly air distributed from them, which was supposed to come out of the marketing slash dev wallet distribution. And I
Well, I
just
have a question for you, Del. I stated first, send me one wallet. Well, send me, you have a lot of wallets. Send me or David three different wallets. And so we can have a peek at it. And we will see if there is any Lily in, or if something leads to a payment coming from anybody from Lily.
Just send them to
Del,
Rise Up.
Did you buy Lily?
Nope.
I already made it very clear, guys, that I did not. The moment that Lilly released that new contract address that was literally made, like right there, lickety split, as it was just, I was listening. They talked about how it was like copied and pasted, real quick, and they made a new contract address. My belief is they did that to redeploy and try to avoid like bots and scammers. And it obviously didn't work because it was being broadcasted live, and they used dev negligence, and they didn't protect the sanctity of that launch, and people took advantage. And yeah, I mean, that's what happened.
Like they
Del,
always
Del,
do
why
at
do you,
launch.
Dell, at what moment were you concerned?
The moment I got out of the boxing match and looked at the Lilly chart, and
Okay,
I
hey Del, real quick. So what was the plan? So you earlier said that you were they were gonna pay you a week after launch or something like that. Does that mean airdrop
Yeah, no,
tokens?
no, no. The airdrop tokens were supposed to come 90 days after, right? We were vested period. And then I was expecting to have like contract negotiations for like the salary that was already promised to me, and the benefits and stuff that were already promised to me, that I was going to sign that, and like become an actual big boy job employee, because they are a company.
Dale, I've got a question about that part right there. You said that you're the
Go ahead.
blockchain. Sorry, you said you're the blockchain manager. Isn't the most important part of the blockchain build
No, I'm not the
the
blockchain manager again. Like, this is like the third or fourth or fifth time that you guys are trying to put this narrative. Like, I'll say it again, guys. And when in saying this, I'm not taking any accountability away from myself. Once again, I was on the team. Okay, I talked about it promisingly. I supported it. I was behind it 100%. I was hella bullish on it, and then it ended up failing everybody, and they did a terrible launch, and they dumped on people.
Del,
But
you were a partner on
yep,
the team. You were
I was
not just
on the team.
hold
I was
on,
on the team.
make it clear. You were not just on the team because an admin or a mod is on the team. You were a partner in this entire organization.
I was the chief of healthcare technology and blockchain, and all I'm saying is that my role was to build the medical blockchain, not the LY
Dell, you
token
were the
or
front man of the
manage.
whole. You were the
Hold
front
on a
man of the
second.
whole
Hold on a
No, I
project.
second.
was
Hold on.
not. I know it seems that way because like I got this like crypto personality, and like it's but I was never hired to promote Lilly. That was not my job. No.
Okay, Dale, listen. For you to talk in an AMA for an hour and a half and come into this space
Yes.
and play dumb with us is quite the
No.
bit insulting.
I'm giving you guys all the
Okay,
like
so let
play
me ask you
dumb
a
nothing.
question. Let me
I
ask you a
mean,
question. Let me
they
ask you a
they
question.
messed up the launch. There's nothing to be dumb
Okay,
about.
hold on
Like
a second. Let me ask you a question. You're good at talking, and I'm good at talking. I'm good at asking questions. So let me just get mine out,
okay,
and I'm gonna get out the way.
sounds good.
At any point that you decide to take this journey, you mean to tell me that you did not command full disclosure about what you were getting into and what the situation was with Lilly before you came in and accepted the job?
Oh, absolutely. When I accepted a job with a company that was partnered with the biggest DeFi coin in the
No,
game.
no, sir. You don't have to elaborate. I just want to know
Yes.
yes or no.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
That
sir.
being
Yes.
said, that being
Yes.
said, if that was the case, if you were at the boxing match, but you do know there was a code that was coming, at the end of the day, so are you telling me, and I'm just this, I want to go yes or no. I don't want you to delineate because there's other people want to ask questions. So the day of the lunch, as being a part of Lilly, you mean to tell me that you guys did not have a war room together where everybody that was in key positions would have been to make sure that the lunch go right? Yes
The
or no?
I already admitted that I was in a war room with Lilly launch day in the morning, and it was also the realest in the game,
Okay,
and that
but you did not stay in that war room, is what you're saying.
no,
It was
because
at a
I went.
boxing match.
That's
Okay.
exactly
All right.
right.
That being
That's
said, hold on a
exactly
second.
right.
That being said, when you realize that Saitama and Lilly were parting company, okay, you would agree with me that Saitama propped Lilly up, which made it more credible to a
Hell
certain
yeah!
extent.
No one
Okay,
would
now
even know what Lily is without
stop right
Saitama.
there. I don't need you to do anything else. So when Saitama and Lilly part ways, did that not give you pause or a side eye?
Oh man, absolutely it did.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yep, yes.
Okay. What was the reason that you stayed engaged after you saw that happen?
My reason for staying engaged was the exact reason why I got into it, because I believed in it, and I believed in it not for self reasons or
Okay.
personal
Stop
gains.
right there.
Yeah,
Stop right there.
yeah, yep. That
So
wasn't a yes or
is
no.
let me ask you a question. So is does Lily have a multi-sig wallet?
That's a question for Lily.
No.
No,
Not
no,
that
The
I
sir.
know
No,
of.
answer is
sir.
No,
no.
No,
They
sir.
answered
no,
it in
yeah,
the AMA. No,
yep,
they do
no.
not. It's an
Okay.
Yeah, he
So
was
And
let
if
me
they
asked
have
that
one,
in the
if they
AMA, and
have
he
one
said,
now,
"You
I
know,
wouldn't know it.
you clearly know that the answer is no, Dell, because
Right.
you
Well,
just
okay,
answered that.
so
You
Dale.
just
I
answered it. Please be
Nico,
transparent, Dell.
Nico,
Don't you want to be here? Listen, you want this. You're trying to make this work out for your benefit. That means you have to be transparent because
you got
the same people that are in here right now are the same people that were in here 2 days ago when you were telling them that
that
you are the
there would be no multi
that you were
sig.
telling
Yeah.
everybody
Okay,
you are the
so
man.
so so Dale, as a educated influencer and crypto enthusiast
There's
in
no
this
multi
space,
sig, and I haven't been with Lily all day, right? I haven't
no
been on
sir,
the
no sir.
team,
Before
so
lunch, you
I don't
would
know if
know
there
what
is
the
one now.
protocols are going to be that's going to be in place. You're
Before
extremely intelligent. So let me help. I'm just asking you
That's
fundamentals. These are
correct, Coco.
fundamental basics that you teach on your Twitter page.
the protocols were trash, dude. These
Okay,
whatever
so here's what
protocols
I'm
there are
saying,
to
Dale.
launch a coin,
By the
Lily
sheer
dropped
fact
the
that you
ball.
didn't come out and distance yourself from this, you are complicit.
I
Facts.
agree. I would not disagree with
Okay, I
that
got one last
statement.
statement, and I'm gonna step down and let somebody else go. Faltron says he's seen $250,000 possibly going in your wallet. You said you're not sure. Can you
No, no, no,
check
no,
your
no.
wallet?
Hold on. No, 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 no. He never said it was he saw it coming to my wallet. And if
No,
he
and
did,
that was David. I think he said that there was 250,000
Okay,
moving out of
so let me
my
ask you a
wallet.
cashed
So
out from the
so
Better not
deployer.
be going into mine.
okay, so
Shit.
let me go back to this question, Dale. When you let me make sure I'm correct when I want to answer this question. You did not receive fiat or crypto conversation, but you were supposed to receive a regular paycheck from Lilly at some point, right?
That is correct.
260 trillion, he
Okay, hold on,
says.
hold on one second. Hold on one second. Are they still promising to pay you in your tokens and in fiat when this does settle
No,
in your departure?
I walked away from all of that. I tendered my resignation immediately, citing the dev
Okay.
negligence.
Now, my last question. You are part of a partnership of a part of a foundation connected to Lilly, correct?
As of right now, there is an
You
LLC.
were. I'm just a
Yep.
yes or no. Yes or
Yeah,
no.
yeah. And my name's on
Okay.
the
So
paperwork
hold on a
at the moment.
second.
Yep.
That
Yes.
being an LLC, you could have leveraged your position in the LLC to get Brad ass out, had a vote, took over this project, and take it where it needs to go.
No,
But
sir.
yet and still, hold on a
My
second. Hold on
LLC
a second.
position's in the
Hold on a second.
foundation,
Hold
not
on a
in.
second. I'm not speaking when you're
I'm not an
speaking.
owner of Lily.
No, but you're on the board, which means you have voting power.
No, yo,
No.
cigars. He's on the foundation, not the business. It's two separate
Yeah, I
entities.
don't have no, sir. I
But
understand what you're
here's the
saying.
problem. Here's the problem. You can't say you're on the foundation and you're in the front in an AMA talking about a coin. That's a that's an oxymoron. See, if
No,
it
no,
was
no. Listen,
foundation, then you would have to
I
stick
was
to
an employee.
foundation
I
government.
was talking about a coin that I was a member of the team of, but I was not an owner of the coin or the company that owned the coin.
But Dale,
Brad is the
Dale,
owner.
but
I
Dale,
I put on
understand by
myself as.
talking about the coin, you
Mm-hmm.
took a position and gave the illusion that you
Heck,
were in on the coin, and now you're
no,
saying
I
that you
was
were
in
part of
on
a
the coin. I
foundation.
was in on the coin. I was literally part of the team that was representing the coin. Don't like I am not saying I wasn't in on it. Like I was literally part of the team. That's obvious to everyone.
Yeah, David has some info he wants to share, and we'll let Rise up first though, and then David. Let's let them two speak for a
Thank you,
while.
Anime. Thank you, PR.
Let's
All
let
right, all right,
Rise
bro.
up and David go for a little bit, please. Rise up. You can
Okay,
start.
so I got rocked earlier. Sorry for that. So you don't know who created the contract. So my next question is, did you folks tested the contract before launch?
Yes, I yes, the code was tested before launch, correct.
That's bullshit. You created a second contract
Ah,
based
now
on.
that's right. Now that one I don't know. Yes, rise up. So when I speak
Sorry,
about
sorry,
the
sorry.
code
I
being
Let me
tested,
do.
finish.
yeah,
Let
I
me
don't.
finish.
You're right. They didn't have time to test that one, and I wasn't there. You're right. You're right, Rice. You're right.
They didn't have time.
Yeah, how could they have? We literally saw them. Like I wasn't there, but I don't need to be. I can literally see what's going on. Everyone else can see it too. These guys launched. They made a new contract, lickety split, and it was a copy paste, but like, was it tested? And there were problems, like I said, that were found by the realist in the game early in the day, and it shouldn't have been launched. And the reason why is because it needed to be tested. And at the end of that meeting, the realist in the game, if he chooses to, can attest. And there's other members in this community who I spoke to, and I'm sure they will attest, and they're big timers. That was the impression. And so when it was launched, it was like, holy cow, what's going on here?
Dale, why do
So,
you refer
so
to just moonshots that were listening to the game? Why don't you just say moonshot?
Just because uh I never I don't want to put another grown man's name in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Sure,
I
it's
got you.
just yeah, you know what I mean? It's just
Shout out to Just Moonshot on top. I said it for you, no doubt.
yep, shout out to him.
so
Absolutely.
the first
I really hope he
contract
tells the story
created.
of what he did. It's awesome what he did.
Can I finish, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, no disrespect. Go ahead.
So the first contract created was tested, and you guys didn't see any errors in that.
So you say you guys, like if I was involved in the testing, like if I was a creator in this LY coin,
No,
and
but you just said you knew it was tested. So if you knew it was
oh
tested,
yes, yeah, I
you
was
should
told.
also
Yep, I
be
was told it was
aware
tested.
that there
Yes.
were errors in.
Yep. So in that meeting that I speak of, the day of the launch, it was shared that it was tested and showed no errors, and that's why there was like confusion, and the realist in the game helped to get down to the nitty gritty of what the confusion was, and he made the suggestion that it not be launched.
So if you suggested not to launch, why did they ASAP copy the contract while they knew there were errors in and still launch? You should have stopped them with all the power you had.
Absolutely rise up. If I was aware of that, I would have. That if I was aware that there was a contract that was about to go up that harmed people, I I wouldn't have stopped them. I would have done that second. The first thing I would have done is I would have let everyone know, and then I would have gone to try to stop them. And again, my apologies to everyone. And I'm not trying to make an scapegoat. I'm not trying to say I didn't have accountability. I was on the team, but I wasn't involved in the launch, and I just wasn't privileged to it. And there's a lot of questions, obviously, that there are about the launch, and it was a shit launch. It
Why wouldn't
was
you come out? Why wouldn't you
negligence.
come out immediately and say something to everybody that's following
Yeah.
you?
So
That why wouldn't you come out immediately and say something?
immediately when I saw something was wrong, I did, and I made that tweet and I said, I see everything that's going on.
That was like 8 hours later.
That's when I got that. That was I'm telling you, Nico. That's when I was immediately got out and looked at my phone and was able to clear.
Del, you're starting to lie. Please keep it
No, I am
honest.
not starting to lie.
Please.
So, Nico, I
Yeah,
was
but
judging a boxing match,
I
and
wasn't done yet. I
oh,
wasn't
go,
done yet.
you got it. Rise up, you got it. I got
Uh,
now. I got questions from two people. It's getting confusing for me though. One at a
so
time.
so yeah, you as a well-known person in the crypto, you should also be able to look at wallets. So you should also be able to look at who created the contract. And now is my question, why is the wallet that created the creator's wallet, sorry if some people don't understand this, but why did that wallet added liquidity to Lilly, pulled liquidity, cashing out a lot of money and losing over $600,000 away from Lilly?
The answer is dev negligence. They were negligent. That's my opinion.
No, this is somebody in the team that's doing this.
Oh, doing what? So I'll be honest with you, Rise Up. I really don't believe, and I know that team. I was a part of it. I do not believe for a moment that there's anyone openly trying to steal any money from Lilly. And if their contract is stealing money from people, I from knowing them, I would believe that they're going to do something to make sure that they give that money back.
Well, that's gonna be too late. You
They're
will
going to have
be,
to do it. They're going to have to do it. Like
Del,
not too late.
Del,
yeah.
when did you resign to Lilly? And because you haven't made it clear on your page, you haven't told anybody until unless only us in this space.
Yeah, I wanted to come and do it in person because like I wanted to hurry up and come and do it in person. So I wanted to
So did you
break.
tell them before you told us?
Yeah, exactly right. I wanted to break off with them, speak to every member of the team, completely disinvolve myself of them, and then come on here and tell everyone. And then absolutely, I will be making a tweet. I just haven't made it yet because I'm on here speaking to everyone.
Del, who was the developer that made the contract? You said that you hooked up Brad with a developer to make the contract. Who is that person? Do you have a name so we can investigate? Who's that
And
person?
and Rise Up, isn't it linked to some malicious other deployers?
Wait. I mean, hold on.
Yeah, check
Del,
that
who's
out.
that person?
Check get with Lilly and find out
Oh,
exactly
no, no,
who
no, no,
he
no.
was.
You
His name
you
was
said
Inter. Yeah. Listen, absolutely. His name was Inter, and the Lilly team was like in direct contact with him.
how you spell that?
Inter.
That's all you know. You don't have a
Yeah,
real
no,
name, phone
they were
number,
like
email.
some third party.
Some third
So
party named Enter.
so
Wow.
okay,
What's
Mr.
it linked to?
Crypto,
What's it linked to?
you already stated that you signed your recognition. We are now here 9 p.m. UTC. Do you have any proof that you did that on paper, whether an
No,
email, whether through an SMS? Do you have that?
there was no resignation signed because I was under no contract. I had verbally accepted a position and I verbally left that position. And as far as there being paperwork and stuff, I absolutely am going to be writing a letter of resignation and putting that to Lilly. And I have no problem posting that. It was always my intention to do so. But before doing so, I wanted to come here.
Del, did this
Well,
person enter? Del, this person enter, right? Did you hook Brad up with Enter? How did you know of Enter? Was he recommended to you? Was he hired on Fiverr? How was him as a contractor, third party? How was he recognized? How did he come to the equation to be part of Lilly Finance and writing on the contract? Who's Enter?
Ab- Absolutely. So there's a deaf friend of mine who I don't want to name. Okay,
oh
I don't want to drag
Name him.
this. I don't want to drag this guy who's like not even involved in this and was just
Name him.
trying trying to help me out into this, and he suggested Inter because it was a dev team, a dev that he had used, company that he had used in the past and trusted.
They got a lot of rugs under their belt. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
and this is
absolutely.
also
Honeypots.
getting long threaded. Now, my next question is going fully towards you. This has nothing to do with Lily, but this question is gonna make or break you.
Let's
So,
go.
so do you know a token called Community Metaverse Space?
Community, I know community metaverse, but not community metaverse space. No.
Well, the symbol is CMS.
Nope, don't know it.
Don't know it? Well, then I'm gonna call you the biggest liar in this space here because I have proof you pumped and dumped that token. You went into their voice chat, you hyped up the community, you left, you stole your tokens, and you said goodbye.
Are you
And I'm
so?
gonna,
Let me be clear. You're saying that you're accusing me of pumping and dumping a coin called Community Metaverse Space.
yes, I have the pictures to prove it.
Okay, and you have the pictures to prove that I did something that I absolutely did not do. So where did I pump that? Like, are you sure that you don't have pictures of an imposter me? Like, because I I absolutely have always and still continue to support my friends at COMT, but I have never even heard,
Yeah,
and
there's
I
a there's
definitely never
community.
went into
There's
a
two
Telegram.
tokens. There's two tokens: community metaverse and then the community metaverse space.
The space one is one I did not even ever heard of until this very moment. And I sure as hell never bought any. And I sure as hell never ever promoted any. Definitely not on my Twitter or anywhere else. Community metaverse space, rise up. Nah, man. Don't put that on me. If you got that stuff, post it up because you literally have proof of something I did not do.
Well, Mr. Anime, isn't it weird that the picture is very similar to him and there's even a YouTube attached to it?
Well, get on that YouTube, get on it because there's tons of
Yeah,
impersonators of me
no,
out there.
you could clear it up. If it's community metaverse or community metaverse space, then that needs to be cleared up. So
Yeah, that needs to be cleared up because I have and I still do support COMT, but COMT space, never heard of it, and COMT never sold a single token. I have all my COMT because they're gonna drop a hot metaverse product, and I'm waiting for it.
Well, the token is called Community Metaverse Space and the symbol is CVS. Hold on.
It's
Hold,
not
hold
community,
on.
it's not CVP.
Me check. Let me check to make sure.
Yeah, please be sure before you like so outfrontly accuse me. Um
Hey Del, did you post the messages of you freaking out about the launch yet?
no, I've been literally just here speaking to you guys.
Okay. Can you post? Can you like maybe tweet those out just for your defense so people can take a look at how you started freaking out once they launched the token 28 minutes early and why whatever it was that you said to them,
Well, no,
whether it was.
I didn't start freaking out when they launched the coin 28 minutes early. I literally wasn't even aware of that. I started freaking out when I turned on my phone and looked what the hell was going on.
Oh, so you had your phone off?
Yeah, I was judging a boxing match. Yes, I was judging a boxing match.
What time was the
Hey,
boxing match at?
hey,
The
hey,
boxing
Dal, since
match.
you were at that boxing match and you said that that was scheduled months in advance, you said we can go to a particular website and see that you were on the ticket for a judge. Is there a contract signed months in advance to prove that that was something that was done before you joined the Lilly team as a legitimate deal, or if something that was done short term to create an alibi for your story?
No, no, unfortunately. So the way the state of Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission works, since I'm a registered and licensed judge, I don't sign a contract directly with the promoter. I'm there working on behalf of the state of Michigan. And so there is paperwork that was submitted well in advance with the state of Michigan, the saying when the event was registered, who would be the judges. You should find me at that on there. That's going to be with something, and I really don't know how to find that information.
Dell, I don't know why if you're trying to clear your name, I don't know why the fuck you ain't calling Brad right now on your trap phone and getting him the fuck in here. Your whole entire career is on the line.
Oh, hey
So
man, he that
so
so I'm of the I'm gonna let a grown man speak for himself. I'm here to speak for me. I left Lilly. It's very clear how I feel about the BS that was pulled yesterday by them. That, in my opinion, is pure negligence. There's a lot of people here today who are trying to say that was malintent or malicious, and I really don't feel that that was the case. But and man, I hope I'm not wrong, because I thought that Brad, and I still do think that Brad is a good guy who just had his team really screw him over, and he should have been on top of it better. And everybody here is thinking that I should have been on top of it better too, and I sure as hell don't disagree with them. And I, from the bottom of my heart, wish I was there, and I wish,
oh,
because
come
I think
on,
I could have stopped
Hold
this.
on, guys. Can I say something? I think that this is my opinion, and I don't know if anybody else could attest to this. I don't think at this point in the game, after this prolonged period of question and answers, we haven't really got to the nitty gritty and to what's really going on.
Because we
And
got
I
to talk
think
to
that
Brad.
all that we're doing right now is just giving a lot of information so people could listen to and write answers and rebuttals to, so then they can answer it at later spaces or at later times when legal recourse will happen. So I personally think, my opinion, this shit should just cease. I
Yeah,
don't see.
we got enough from Dell. Brad Beatty needs
Hey,
to show
can
up.
I ask him a couple quick questions? Just a couple
Now
quick
you could,
questions.
Gabe,
Very
do your thing,
simple.
but after that, Gabe, I
Very
think it's a
simple. Very,
wrap, bro.
these ones are just very simple. These are just Dell. Could you
About to
please
wrap this
state
up,
what your
y'all. Two
title was
hours,
with
and
Lilly, please?
we still haven't received any
Yes, my title was
um,
Chief of
information
Healthcare
from
Technology
Brad,
and Blockchain.
who is the
Okay. Can you tell
CEO
me what that position entailed?
of Lilly
Absolutely, that
Finance. So
position
maybe
was
he'll come on later
overseeing
on
the
down the
building of
line.
their product that was going to be like their flagship product, which was the medical blockchain. And so everyone who was going to be on that team building that was going to be working directly under me.
Okay. With that being said, building of a blockchain, isn't it your due diligence to make sure that the contract that interacts with the blockchain would be very adequate and accurate?
No, I never. So this blockchain that I was supposed to build is like, I don't have it. Like, it was not built. So
I understand that it wasn't built, but I'm saying the initial contract should have the ability to interact with this new blockchain that you are developing. So therefore, you would be the overseer of the original contract in order for it to ensure that it is able to work with the new blockchain that you are developing. True or false?
Oh, true, absolutely. And so
Okay,
my
so
new
that's all I wanted
blockchain
to
was
state. I
going,
just
yep,
wanted to
was
make
going
sure
to
that everybody understands
ERC20.
that you
Absolutely.
are responsible. You are 100% responsible for the launch of this contract and its due diligence on this blockchain, no matter whether or not your original
I won't argue
blockchain
with
has
that.
been built.
I won't
Okay.
argue with anything, any statement anyone wants to make with me in regards to any percentage of responsibility that I hold. You will get no rebuttal from me.
Yo,
Yeah, Dell. I honestly,
we went
listening
through.
to this, you're the perfect martyr in the purest spot I can say it. Right, someone who can just fall on the stake in this situation. And honestly, this whole thing is just like circling around, circling around.
Mm-hmm.
You can't cry over spilled milk. There's a lot of us, especially us up here, that tried to warn people to provide education, regardless of who's behind what or whatever the case may be. But you're gonna definitely make a great politician one day. It's like 48 laws of
All
power.
right.
Surrender.
Well, I'm going to end that there. So anyway, and that was TMC. He's very knowledgeable in the blockchain and cryptocurrency. Anyhow, so as you can see, some things went down with Lilly, and Saitama had already released a statement prior to whether it's 12 hours, 20 hours, whatever, prior to Lilly launching, um, Lilly launching that contract stating that we don't have anything to do with that. So big ups to Saitama for doing that. Um, my whole thing is, sometimes when you partner with someone and then they do, like I said, they go and do some dirt, you're going to be associated with that too, up until you clear your name, or you do a statement like Saitama did. Because you think about it, I mean, they had whoever made some of those Saitama videos had Brad's daughter in one of their videos, and so all those associations, and so you know people are going to assume, um, but you have to clear your name. Bottom line, you have to clear your name. You have to clear the air. Because one of my statements was, who is it? I don't know. I don't, I'm not on their payroll, so I have a right to ask those kind of questions. Is it coming from the Saitama side? Is it coming from the Lilly side? Is it joined together, or is it separate? So the air has been cleared so far. That and we haven't even listened. We haven't even heard from Brad yet in reference to his take on it, but it really looks shady right now, and it's sad. It's a sad day, last couple days when this thing went down. But I'm glad that Russ came out and he said what he said in reference to releasing Saitama from that liability, because they're not a part of that. So which is a good thing. It helps to clear their name and clear the air, because people are going to point fingers. That's natural. If your name is associated with a deal, just naturally you're a part of it. So anyway, that's just my thought. Thank you guys for tuning in. And Saitama is my baby. I love Saitama. I did not purchase any Lilly. I wanted to actually wait until there was a little bit more transparency with that project, because all I knew is what was being pushed out from Lilly and marketed by Lilly, and conjoined with Saitama. But once again, I'm glad that they did that. So I did not get into Lilly, but here we are today with another fiasco, and we just have to deal with that. And crypto is it can be a great place. It can also be a dangerous place. Someone mentioned that 6 months ago, we didn't really have any of this going on, and it wasn't like this in the Ethereum space. On the Ethereum blockchain, you had more of these type of situations happening on the BSC side, rug pulls, and but it's just within the last 6 to 8 months since that we start to see more of this happening now. And you have people like Shaka and Paltron, some other individuals that are digging deep. And I don't have the time to do that. And if I get the information, I'll definitely share it, reference to contracts and things of that nature. So guard yourself, folks. Set your entry and exit strategies. Get your money, get in and get out. If you want to hold on to something long term, and definitely that's entirely up to you, but just understand what comes with that. Just understand what comes with that when you have these kind of projects, whether it's a rug pull project, there's a scam project, or it's an actual legit project. You're still going to have those ups and downs. Saitama, as an example, is taking a lot of heat with this, and then with other things as well. They're taking a lot of heat with that. And then, of course, the Taya mask is not working. Well, it's working, but it's just not working at 100%. It's just not working at 100%. So, Saitama's taking a lot of hits for that as well. And, but there are a lot of great projects that are out there that are trying to do great things in the space. You just really have to be selective. Don't throw all your eggs in one basket. Any event that something like this happens, was this preventable? Possibly, but again, we don't know the future. So if Saitama knew I think if Saitama knew that Lilly was going to pull this or whatever happened, they probably would have never shaken hands, with them and signed whatever agreements and what have you. So these are just some of the things that you deal with in crypto, and it is a little sad, but I think it'll get better down the road. It's going to take a while, but I think down the road it'll get much better. So hang in there to all of the investors who are in crypto. This is a great time to be in cryptocurrency right now. We're still relatively early. A lot of these projects that are coming out, they're real early, and so 5 years, 6 years, 7 years down the road, you'll probably see lots of growth. Saitama has a lot of growing to do. They're moving along steadily, but it's going to take some time for them to kind of get that impact back again. And but they have a thriving force of community holders, 300 and something thousand holders, and so it's a great community. And I love the Saitama community. I don't get paid to talk about any project. I will never ever get paid to talk about any project. Receive no type of compensation or whatever to talk about a project. If I'm in the project, I'm going to talk about the project. I'm going to be real about the project. If I see something shady about it, I'm going to say something. That's freedom. You have freedom of speech. There's a lot of people out there that have that mantle to be able to do that. And that's just me. So if I feel a certain way, I'm gonna talk about it. But my focus really isn't to shield a project. Let's just talk about how it's going to impact the community, impact the world, of course, and then also how it's going to bring in a little bit of money for for your pockets and for your family. This is the whole thing about investing, is that is so that way we can be financially free to take care of those, our family behind us and generations down the road. I don't like to get caught up in politics. I don't like to get caught up in the politics of these projects. It's a little too much. And like just with all this here, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, since the last 2 years I've been in cryptocurrency, like this has just been a lot to absorb. And if you let it consume you, it will consume you. It'll consume your day. It'll consume your night. It'll take away from your family. And so you just have to find that balance and find that peace. And so that's what I do. I find that balance and I find that peace, and I'm not going to let this kind of stuff consume me. But it does get irritating, seeing some of the things that's happening in the community. But Saitama, that's my baby. That's my stronghold. I love it. I love what they're doing, and they just need to make sure that they're not shaking hands to the best of their ability with someone who is going to rip off the community. But again, you just don't know until it happens. You might have some red flags here and there, but not everyone's going to pay attention to those red flags. And again, I don't think that Saitama's seen those. If there were any present when they, months ago, when they were talking about Lilly Finance and what was going to happen, they didn't see that, and no one else did either, because no information was put out. Everyone was saying, "Oh, we're going to get Lilly. We're going to buy Lilly. We're going to get Lilly. We're going to buy Lilly. This is going to help to burn, Saitama and all this kind of stuff." And this, but just think about if we would have seen this day 4 months ago or 3 months ago, whatever, we would have seen this day today, it would have been a whole different story. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully that information, that AMA there you got some great information from that. And I hope you all have a great day. And I will see you soon. I haven't been around too much. I've been focused on some other things, but I'll try to get back on here to talk to you guys. Anyway, hopefully you have a great day. Hopefully, once again, that was some great information. And we'll talk to you soon. Be wise, be careful what you invest in. Always take your initial investment, always take your profits. This is not financial advice. Of course, always do your research, check the contracts, check on the developers and all that, those kind of things when you're involved in crypto. But know your limits, know how much you can invest, and know how much you can actually lose too in the market. That's important. So just do the research that you can. If you don't know, ask the questions, but you guys stay strong.